Hi, how are you? If I sat here, if I sat here, if I sat here by myself and I was talking, just mouthed words, and people were watching, would they notice that the sound was up? Would they think that I was just muted? That'd be boring. Nothing of interest, I suppose, if I was to talk and pretend to be muted, when I could just actually mute myself and make people think, is my audio down? Is there something wrong with my end? Eh. Or they just assumed that maybe I was a moron and didn't know how to do his live stream. Well, welcome. Welcome to Legions Lair Pop Culture LiveStream for November 22nd, 2024. I'm not Mark. I'm not Legion of Comics, but you know that. Maybe he'll join us today. Maybe he won't. Either way, hopefully we'll get some folks to join us and we'll have ourselves the usual Friday panel conversation. In the meantime, given that it's 4:30 in the morning, my time, and I'm just barely awake, I'm going to have some coffee. Cancer-free in that Comics Curing Cancer mug. That's right. That's that limited 2024 Austin LeMay Comics Curing Cancer mug. Available on Fat Stacks merch. Just like the sweatshirt, with all proceeds going to Comics Curing Cancer. Anyways, today what we got a movie coming. We got movies coming out in the theater, right? We have Wicked comes out. Is that right? I'm not really sure. I don't follow these things. I'm trying to look these things up, and you look up what movies coming out, and it comes out like all the movies that are going and everything else. But I think Wicked and Gladiator 2 are coming out. If I'm right, maybe. What's up, JSS Brooklyn? Dope show, Dope Comics. Thanks for coming by. See people coming in. Anyways, I think those movies coming out. I don't really have any real desire to see anything so far. I'm like, this has been a really bad year for movies. I think for me, there's like movies that have come out that I go like, I don't know that I want to go see them. I mean, I definitely don't want to go. Gladiator 2. I don't know. I was never a huge fan of the original Gladiator as much, but I mean, I'll probably watch that one maybe at some point. Maybe not. I don't feel like I need to rush out the theaters. Wicked? Yeah, no, that's not my deal. Red One? I mean, come on. That's just like, I don't know. What else is out coming out? I've avoided all those or was already out in theaters like this year or recently. I've already seen or I haven't seen any of the Venom movies. I've ignored them all. So, Wild Robot.
No, Wild Robot looks good.
Does it?
Yes.
It's.
Did you see the trailer or did you just hear about it?
No, I seen the trailer in the theaters.
Dude, I'd never heard of the movie. Never knew of it. Went to see Transformers 1. See the trailer for the very first time and it's like out tomorrow in the theater near you. I'm like, what the fuck? It had no marketing or anything, but it looked good. It looked really good.
I was like, I don't know. So far, like this whole year has been a lot of meh. Not a lot of stuff's been like really jumping out at me, like going, "Oh my god, you got to go see this."
To me, it looked like somebody was trying to make this generation's Iron Giant type movie kind of thing.
Well, that's kind of the vibe I got from it. But, anyways, welcome to your show, sir.
Thanks, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of. You know what I mean?
Well, it is an honor to have you here. And you're like, you are the chest of Superman.
That's there being other things.
or right now, when you do your arms just right, you look like a really short torso.
That'd be hard. John says Wild Robot was beautiful. His boy loved it. J-Med, he's out there in the Hollyweird place doing the movie stuff. He said it was amazing.
Oh, I'm glad to see.
Go ahead.
I said I'm glad to see if or I mean, just because I don't get struck by a trailer doesn't mean it's not a good movie or something.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're also not a 7-year-old kid, Rob.
shit. Well, that explains all the weird looks in the sandbox the other day.
There goes your plans for this weekend.
I was wondering why Timmy's mom was wondering when I said, "Can you see me come out and play?"
Oh, wait, they're books. It's a book. See, learning new things already.
What?
Huh.
A series of books. Well,
Wild Robot
who knew?
book. Like 4 of them.
Sure enough. Look at that.
These things have escaped me.
2016, 2017.
They got really cool art on the covers. I like that art style.
Yeah. Are these like novels or are these for kids or young kids?
Sled says that his boy loved them.
Oh, for young readers. Okay. Their books were published for young readers.
Sled said, Rob, we're closer to 70 than 7.
This is true. Oh, way true, unfortunately. Oh God. I finally hit that bit where now it's like I think I've got more medical appointments than not for the rest of this year. Anyways, reading sad books. Oh, there's an article. Reading sad books is good for your kids. I don't know.
It's time for your weekly chastising. Have you watched The Penguin yet?
Absolutely not. You know what I have done though?
Shame.
In this place
Shame.
is I started rewatching True Blood. Got through the first season.
Suki.
Exactly. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, we'll get around to it, but I don't know when. Maybe not this calendar year.
Probably not. I don't see you getting it done.
Yeah.
Does True Blood hold up pretty well?
What's that? True Blood? Yeah.
That's like that's just over a decade old now, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some the cell phones are a little bit old, but
yeah, you can't blame them for that,
there's not a lot of really big
but
deal.
with it down in like the bayou in the backwoods, it kind of like maybe that's the kind of cell phones they have right now.
Right, exactly.
Maybe that's what they're rocking. What is going on, Brian?
I mean,
how are you today?
other than that, like,
hey Brian, I got the package in, bud. I appreciate you.
Oh
man.
no shit. A lot of the the cars are non-specific date type cars throughout the show, and so yeah, I think it so far as watching the first season, I think nothing jumps out at me. He's going like, "Oh my god, this is super dated" type thing.
Yeah,
and I forgot like certain things. It's kind of interesting. It's like I've not watched it since I watched it through originally when it played out.
Aired, yeah.
Right. And so going back and watching it now and like going like, okay, yeah, I've seen like some of the foreshadowing elements that are dropped in throughout the stuff is really kind of interesting.
I'm the same way. I haven't seen it since it aired either.
Yeah, it was a good show, so I'm happy to watch it again.
Jessica. The way Bill talks,
I just got Jessica's just been born because we just started again. Started the second season, so it's she's introduced, and Chase has gone off to join the Church of the Sun.
Oh god, that got weird.
And Lafayette's in the basement of Fantasia.
Oh, poor Lafayette. That actor passed away along the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he passed away before they finished the show, but I just remember that actor passed.
Let's see.
Looks like Brian's been sick, been under the weather. Hope you feel better. Hope you feel better as well, man.
Yeah.
Didn't know you were down and out, but good to see you here.
You sound a little snuffly.
Yeah, congested.
It's that time of year.
For me, it's all the time of year, but it's Friday morning, so I just woke up 30 seconds ago.
That's right. And I'm sure you got a full intake schedule next week.
Oh, Rob, today's my off day, bud. Today's my off day. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and I'm allergic to these guys too, man. I think that has a lot to do with snuffly mornings on my off day.
Right.
There's some days when I'm grooming, and it'll just be like I'll just be sneezing the whole time through a dog.
You almost want to put a respirator on.
That's not a bad idea. I won't be able to breathe though. I don't like being constricted.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you, brother.
Yeah. Oh man, he had to put his dog down, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm an animal person, dude. I can feel your pain there, bud. What is going on, Steven, with his C90? What's up? What's up? Yeah, it super sucks. Super duper
We got bomb cyclone number 2 about ready to hit.
Did you say mom cyclone or
bomb cyclone?
What is that?
So bomb cyclones are a weather phenomena where where the pressure system drops suddenly and significantly, causing high winds, cyclone speed winds and whatnot, and causes pressure to flow or the weather systems to flow extremely quickly from high pressure to low pressure systems, and it ends up bringing in tons of rain and snow. And so what we end up getting is the first bomb cyclone that hit on Thursday. Fortunately, that was much further north from where I'm at. That hit in the true northern California and southern Oregon.
Yeah,
they get some of the places like Santa Rosa got 7 inches of rain in 24 hours
in one day.
and you'll basically
y'all built for that.
Some places if they just get one, they can deal with it. Yes, a lot of times, but it will cause temporary flooding and whatnot, and they basically get a month's worth of rain and snow in a 24-hour period.
Why you say snow? You said snow twice now. Are y'all about to get snow this time of year due to this?
Not where I'm at. Yeah, but further north of me, yes. The Northern California gets snow regularly.
It sounds like some day after tomorrow stuff.
Yeah, no, Northern California, north of the San Francisco Bay Area, it's a lot of mountainous areas and stuff. Snow's not uncommon. As a matter of fact, the main interstate was shut down from this and everything else. So once that one started to break up, a second bomb cyclone started to form, and this one is now further south. It's supposed to hit today. That's going to come through the Bay Area. So we're expecting, where I'm at, normally in a year we'll get 14 inches of rain. We're expecting 3 to 4 inches of rain today. So that's an insane.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice though.
Yeah, but when you're expecting that your areas expects X amount, and you're going to get a third of your rainfall in one day, it's a lot of rain. But then winds will be up to like 50 miles an hour and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not like, but don't get me wrong, this is not a hurricane. I'm not comparing it to any of that shit. Nobody's going to lose. Nobody's house is going to blow away here. We'll see a lot of trees that will fall because they're not made for that type of stuff, or floods and mud, right? JS Brooklyn says floods and mud, trees will topple, people will lose power.
Sounds like the name of a porno.
Floods and mud. Wow. That's like that's an ass video, isn't it? Oh. It's like a porno at a burrito factory or something. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna have some weather today.
Yeah. Not bad.
I'm not torn up about it or worried about it so much because, like I said, the South Bay where I'm at is generally fairly protected. But up in the mountains near in front of me, the coastal mountains and stuff, those people like where Tate Prime is, oh man, they'll get a shit ton of rain. And those guys will be having to worry about stuff way more.
All the mud.
The weather outside is weather. Well, that is a great observation. You should write a book about that one, Flo. The weather outside is weather. Take your weather rock. Is it wet? It rained. Is it cold? It's cold. G-Man, good morning to you, sir. What porn is it hard watching? Yeah, most people
Stop judging me, John.
Well, we get weather also. Most areas get weather. I generally, in my area, we don't. It's one of the reasons why everyone talks. We talk about how much it costs to live in the Bay Area is because really we don't have weather here. It's mild and basically between 58 and 75, 80% of the year. So maybe 75 is too low, maybe 80. But anyways, it's a nice mild temperature with minimal rain and no snow. So when we get big weather like this, it becomes news. Let's see. I used to live around California. Yeah, where in California, beautiful weather, usually beautiful people. Attitudes could be more fine. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of. I agree. I mean, there are some definitely high pompous people who, whatever. But I live in the shadow of the 49ers stadium.
Probably in that pompous area.
No, the pompous area actually literally, if you mark, is literally a half a mile away, right across from the main expressway from me.
A few street rings away.
Yes, if I exit my court and go across the main street, essentially it's across the street. Yes, once I exit my neighborhood, that area is called Rivermark, and when they built it at the time, the houses were new housing construction. There was double what everything in the neighborhood around it sold for, as opposed to normally new construction is less money. So it was like double the price, and they were like high density housing and stuff. And everybody over there feels entitled. And it's like I think in order to move there, I think nowadays you have to own a Tesla or something, or a Mercedes, one or the other.
South Park did that episode already, but that was back before Tesla. So they were all driving Prius and driving around, literally sniffing their own farts.
Yeah, that'd be those people more or less. Yeah, they're super like into themselves, and
they're super thank God for me.
Yeah, they're all about like their neighborhood school and keeping other people out of their other. If you're not from their little nooks of area, they don't want other community people coming into their schools, and stupid little things like that.
Don't disrupt our cult. What's going on, Esteban?
All right. Anyways. Particularly tasty. Today's a weird day already. I can tell you. This is going to be a
weird day over here. I'm going to go stir up my coffee real quick.
Well, then, there you are. I was saying this Friday, I'm not sure what to take of it so far, but I woke up on my own, not my alarm clock, which was good because my alarm clock didn't go off. And then, because I woke up just before it was, and so I was about to turn it off, but I'm like, and time passed by and it didn't go off. And then I have two alarms to make sure I wake up for this show since it's so damn early out here on the West Coast. And this second alarm didn't go off. So neither one of the alarms went off. And I thought that was odd. And then once I got done going to the bathroom and shaving and getting ready to come out here, and I come out to a coffee pot, and I set the coffee pot the night before, and it it's set there. It shows it's programmed to come on automatically to brew my coffee and stuff. My coffee didn't brew this morning on its own. None of my timers or alarms are going off this morning. That made me question whether it was even Friday. But here I am on Legion's Hangout. So it must be Friday. So I don't know. Yeah, he's going to do some instant coffee. Good old Mark there, as opposed to the brewed stuff. But hey, the nice thing about drinking the instant coffee, I suppose, is that you don't have to be dependent on the damn coffee pot waking up and brewing your coffee for you.
Canned coffee.
Yeah. So yeah, none of my automated timers are going off today for some reason.
But your personal automated timer is, it sounds like.
Yes, well, that's always the other timers are my backup timers to my biological clock and stuff. Normally, like if I I do have a unique ability to think about what time I need to wake up and then go to bed, and then generally wake up within 5 to 10 minutes of when I think I need to wake up.
I woke up at like 3 a.m. to Finn tapping on me. So he's got like this little Justice League blanket, like one of those like 3x4 blankets.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular with kids.
Yeah, they become great capes and everything else.
Yeah. So it's like his blanket. Has to have it when he goes to bed, kind of thing. But because he like attached to this blanket when he was like less than 1, me and Kyle were like, oh, what if it wears out? So we went to eBay and the interwebs and tracked them down, because they're old blankets. It's a Justice League movie blanket, limited merch that's out for a film type thing. So we bought a handful of them. So he's got like 4 of them. And he comes and he taps on me and wakes me up at 3 o'clock. He's like, hey, is this my blanket? Because like he'll sit there and try to figure out which one is the one, It's almost like gets confusing. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Go to bed. Like, I think my blanket's in the car. I'm like, I don't know, man. I thought you had your blanket when you went to bed. I'm just go to bed. He's like, okay. And I fall back asleep, and I kid you not, I don't have a clue how long it was, but he taps on me with these cold hands, and I wake up. I'm like, what? And he goes, hey, check it out. I got my blanket out of the car. So I'm like, dude, that's awesome. So I'm like, let me get up and go make sure I have the car key, make sure the house is locked, make sure the car's closed.
The kid got up, opened in the middle of the night, opened up when I left the house, went to the car.
First time, yeah. Exited the house while we're sleeping in the middle of the night. I mean, granted, he only went like 8 Finn steps from the door of the car. That's beside the point. The kid has left the cave while we're sleeping.
That's a scary thing.
Yeah. So I get up and do everything, and I don't make no bones about it with him. Like I just made sure the key's back where it goes, all that stuff. I'm like, all right, buddy, good night. He's like, good night. I lay back down and I wake up again. No clue how long it is. Like, why the hell am I hearing these YouTube videos? Like, he watches like the Minecraft videos and the Among Us little video game videos. And he watches those, then he plays it, and it gives him like, you know what I mean? It gives him inspiration and ideas to play. But I'm like hearing this stuff in my dreams. I'm like, that's not okay. Like, I don't like hearing this stuff when I'm awake. So I open my eyes, and lo and behold, like out the door, down the hallway, I can tell all the lights are on. I'm like, what the heck? So I go and
Mommy said, can you fix my hair?
Yeah. And this guy's like,
wait, I can fix your hair, Finn. Would you want me to do your hair for you?
No.
I was telling
it's
Rob
super easy though.
How you went and got your blanket yourself. What?
My bean bank was actually in the living room. It wasn't in the car.
You went out there and looked in the car though?
And I found another model of them.
Another model of them. The other blanket. Yeah.
I have so many models of pink.
You got 4, right?
Maybe 5.
Maybe 5, yeah.
Maybe 6.
I like your outfit.
I know why you don't have.
You look like a topography map. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I go over it.
Topography.
It's like 3:15, 3:30 in the morning. He's got the whole house lit up, sitting there surrounded by all of his blankets, watching YouTube videos. I'm like, dude, we have to go to bed. He's like, okay. Like, God.
It's almost like back in the Saturday morning for us back in the day. We'd wake up at early in the morning and go grab a bowl of cereal and go turn on the TV and watch cartoons, man.
Yeah. Added charge is not podcaster, but a viewer. Recognized DDoS network, ATK, and act of domestic and charge cybercrime charges across state lines. Not some say what? Appreciate your diligence. It should be established for legal disposition, though. Proving you're somewhat objective with things. Yeah, he's my clone, bud. What is going on with Aaron? Aaron, what you got going on? I don't understand a lot of those words.
Denial of service.
Mm.
Oh, what else? I feel like I went from really weird. I'm super excited about Thanksgiving because I'm always excited about.
Are you hosting?
Always.
I can't even imagine how you would be a curmudgeon. You would be the Scrooge if you had to go attend someone else's Thanksgiving. You just be.
I think the last time I went to like my dad's, my parents' house for Thanksgiving, I brought a smoked turkey with me. And it was like
I saw that you when you went to the Friendsgiving thing, you posted some footage from someone else's house and kitchen doing
Hetty
bird work.
Yeah, Hetty from Fiendsgiving. Yeah, he was cutting in that turkey and I was telling him to remove the breast whole first and then slice it. So that's what he was doing. But yeah.
That was nice of you. Keep him in the pocket. Yeah, that looked like a good time.
Oh, it was great, man. It was like so many of the club members showed up and hung out. There was a lot of drinking, a lot of indulging in various things. They even had like paintings and trivia question games and
come in, have some turkey. We're gonna paint later.
Yeah, there was all these tables set up, and they had all the little the Fiend Club art set up so people could do some painting, and it was worth a trek. And then of course just getting to meet everybody, so because it was about a 7-hour drive. But this one, this Thanksgiving was supposed to be, we've had, the only problem is like I ordered a 20-pound turkey, and we've got 4 people that we were expecting have now aren't coming. So now it's like I feel like I got way too much turkey. But that's what they got a freezer for. I'll just after it's cooked, I'll just remove one of the turkey breasts or something and put it in the freezer and for later. That way I can have it, because I do enjoy turkey, but eating that much turkey in a short period of time is tough.
I believe in you. You think Rob can eat a 20-pound turkey?
No, I think he might be able to eat like 5 turkeys.
5 turkeys or 5 pounds?
What pounds of
5 pounds of turkey?
Well, I can definitely do that. Considering we just polished off the 12-pound turkey in a couple days, that was our pre-Thanksgiving turkey that we always cook, and then turn that into turkey stock, which I have in the fridge ready to inject into the main Thanksgiving Day turkey. And then we picked up another turkey the other day just to throw it in the freezer for later, because you can only buy.
Are they on sale?
Yeah, they're on sale like 87 cents a pound, and you can only get turkeys like this time of the year in holiday, winter, Christmas. We'll probably pick up one more because the grocery store here in their ad this week said if you spend $150, you'll get a free turkey. So how can you not spend $150 at the grocery store these days?
They don't have turkeys year round.
A lot of sometimes no. I mean, they're not. They're usually some of the distributors hold on to them and freeze them all year, and they only bring them out during the holidays. Otherwise, sometimes you can get like ground turkey meat, and sometimes you can maybe sometimes order them, but in the grocery store normally it's very uncommon for them to be there, which is odd because I can go there and get duck, which I don't think people eat, but I don't know.
Dude, duck is good. A little greasy, but it's good.
Yeah, we'll talk, Aaron. We'll talk a little comic stuff. We'll talk a little bit of everything. This show spreads across all the different gamuts. It's pop culture.
Yeah, we do it all. This is
Yeah.
Friday. This is where us content creators and YouTube people come and catch up from the week.
We let our hair down. We talk about what's going on in our lives. You know?
Well, most of us let our hair down. Rob stares at us while we do for obvious reasons. but- Hey, yeah, just yeah. We're typically here for a handful of hours. We cover it all.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes we revisit things that we've already talked about.
Yeah, and as time goes, more people will start popping in and hopping on, and they tend to bring topics. Me and Rob tend to be pretty chill because we talk regularly, anyways. I verbally chastise him for not watching The Penguin. That's something that happens typically.
No, I'm not. Never had turducken. That's not It was just odd, given I have a propensity for meat stuffed inside meat and stuff inside other meat. I've done that, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of duck, actually, to be honest. So I'm not ready to. And I like turkey very much by itself. So chicken I have all the time. So I've never felt the need to combine those flavors. I'm sure it's a fun thing just to do, to say that you did it, but.
Yeah, good point. That's one I suck at self-promotion. Sunday nights at 8:30, I do the full comic, movie, TV show recap for the weekend. Every Tuesday at 2:00, I do the new DC Days stream with the weekly giveaway. Been doing that for a long time, and I know a lot of people are paying a little more attention to DC Comics now. That's a fantastic stream to not miss out on.
Huh. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's why that made the thumbnail today, because it was I mean, you can buy it on digital, but they announced the official HBO streaming date is December 7th. I want them to just announce a physical release date because it was amazing. Went and saw it in theaters. Rob, do you plan on ignoring the release of this film also?
No, I'll get to it when I sign up for the HBO Max thing, whatever.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I feel like it's kind of pushing in your favor at this point. There's more stuff being announced for not right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Let it pile up.
Turducken isn't a meal; it's a damn abomination. The Frankenstein monster of cuisine. That's kind of sometimes what I think of when I think of bacon explosion. But I still make it. So yeah.
That's another thing, Rob. Did you see the new the stuff for the new Frankenstein movie?
Oh, I did. I saw the trailer for it
I
a couple weeks ago.
I saw
I think.
They might have put a teaser trailer out, but
or maybe I'm
photos.
confusing it with. I might be confusing it with Nosferatu.
Let me pull this up. Nosferatu looked wild.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But
that Edgar Wright movie. Is that right? Is that who it is? We got our first look at Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein film. Oscar Isaac is playing Dr. Frankenstein. It's a tough picture, but if you have a hard time seeing it, I can easily find it online. But we have a new werewolf movie coming, Wolfman. We have a new werewolf movie coming called Werewolves with Frank Grillo, which is like an assault team in the city fighting werewolves type thing.
Oh, I'll probably check this one out. I'm a big fan of the classic monster movies. I mean, that's when you take the genre of horror films, I'm more of a monster movie subgenre type fan rather than the slasher horror type fan.
Yeah, I just like the Universal monsters. It's just one of those things that, I mean, any of us on here that enjoy it can relate. That's a childhood thing for a lot of us,
Yeah.
Trying that monster verse, I see. Yeah, I don't know how what they call it, the Dark Universe is what they wanted to do. Launch that Tom Cruise movie. They announced that Javier Bardem was going to be Frankenstein in a monster movie. Johnny Depp was supposed to be the Invisible Man. All kinds of stuff they announced, and they just bailed on it. Now they're still still make it. They're going to make Universal monster movies forever, like just different iterations, different remakes, different takes on them forever. But I don't know if these are going to be into a connected universe at any point, or if they're going to be trying the dark universe thing. I know that they're not going to back off on making monster movies because Universal just expanded their epic theme parks, and part of those is like you have the Harold Potter stuff, but now you have the How to Train Your Dragon area, the Nintendo area, and the Universal Monster area.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Very
Epic
cool.
Universe.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's always, I don't know. I think obviously the Universal monster movies I remember very fondly when I was growing up, and then growing, creature features and stuff. So that's how I got into those types of things as a kid, as opposed to when the slashers really took off. To me, I think the heyday of the slashers really kind of kicked off in the 80s, and it's kind of grown. And by then, when I started watching this, I was just like, it just didn't appeal to me. It was like, let's just put you in a dark space with poorly lit, with young teens moving about, and something jumping out at you periodically, jump scares here and jump scares there. Here's a slash. And now some of them have done it more uniquely, than others. But at the same time, it's still just not.
Yeah.
When I hear about them coming out, and I know people, and it's perfectly fine that people. There's a lot of fans, obviously, but they just have. I just go, no desire whatsoever. I've watched a few here and there, obviously.
You used to watch tons of horror movies. Kyle, she hates them. She they legit. She gets scared easily watching horror movies, so she just doesn't do it. And then with little kids, between her not wanting to watch them and can't really watch them around kids. I don't know when the last time I saw a horror movie was.
I mean, I remember when I was in high school and stuff. It was like almost a religious thing at Halloween was we'd get together as a group of friends and watch all the Halloween. Well, skipping Halloween 3, but you'd watch. Would watch all the Michael Myers Halloween movies, and then
those are always boring to me.
Yeah,
I don't know why. They out of all of them, like Freddy and Jason and Leatherface, Michael Myers was always extremely boring. And then Rob Zombie did that first remake. I didn't care much for the sequel, but that Rob Zombie remake was amazing. That was wild.
Yeah, I remember watching the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and some of the, I was like, I've seen some of these Jason, all these. I've seen the movies from all these different things, so it's not like I just go, I don't want to watch that, and didn't watch it, but they just never appealed to me. Maybe my problem was like with Jason was the first Jason movie I watched was the Jason in space, but
Oh yeah.
at that point, that was
you waited a while to jump into that franchise, huh?
That one, by the time that one came out, that was always like just a little bit poking fun at yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to do it because they had done the Leprechaun in space, Critters in space, and Critters in space makes a little more sense because they had the alien bounty hunters and all that tied to it.
Everything in space. Jamie Lee Curtis was always cool, in my opinion. Yep. No.
She was okay in True Lies with Arnold.
Yeah. Everybody's got some good stuff. Well, I got some packages going for C3 going out.
Really?
Well, I've been waiting on some of the international stuff's been sitting here parked, waiting for some. There's a couple sketch covers and stuff being done by some artists that are supposedly coming to me to go out, and I had been holding these packages, but I think at this point I was like, oh, okay, well, Mad Spidey I don't think has anything left, so I can ship Mad Spidey his package. Zars doesn't have anything, I can ship Zars his stuff. And then the last guy we were waiting on to hear back from, that we were or had bought something but we didn't know who it was, he reached out. So we were able to get that squared away. So now we've matched everybody up to their packages, and of course, he's up in Canada, so with the postal strike, I have to ship it UPS, which costs a little bit more money to ship up there than U.S. mail, and the customs forms are more complicated. But that's all right.
Their post office just isn't delivering mail.
Yeah, they're on strike, and that's it. It's just there's no mail delivery, I guess.
That's wild.
Yeah, the government hasn't ordered them to work or something.
That's one of those industries that it's hard to imagine. Like, there's some industries that they go on strike and they're able to like go back and forth with the industry, like how the actors and writers were on strikes for like 9 months because it's nothing essential. Like it's wild how long you can go with that stuff. The auto industry, was it last year, was doing the coordinated strikes and everything, going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And but to imagine the mail not running, that's one of those little things you take for granted, probably.
Yeah, well, it is, right? Because it's something that's there, pervasive and constant need. And so when it goes down, that's an issue. The U.S. Postal Service, of course, it being a really weird one because it's like private, but at the same time, it's paid or it's sort of pseudo federal.
Yeah, it's definitely pseudo federal without the pseudo.
Well, no, it's not. It's not a government agency in its own right. So, but
I have too many letters. There are one too many letters to be a government agency.
That's right. It's 4 letters. Hey, Burke. But so yeah, I mean, I guess oftentimes down here you'll have something like that that's critical to the government has powers to sit there and force people back to the to work. But like that's what happened with or was looming potentially, like, I guess, with the dock workers and stuff that was going on here, or we've had in the past with the railroad workers. But the Canadian government hasn't imposed that on their postal workers yet. Lady F, good day to you.
Good day to you. Are we gonna go to war against the Canadians?
No, we were just talking about the Postal Service and that I'm having to ship stuff UPS to them right now because the Postal Service isn't functioning at the moment. Yeah. And of course, every day that they're not delivering mail, it means mail stacks up someplace, and it means it's going to take them a while to unbury stuff. So,
yeah, that's going to be not convenient.
Yeah, especially if you were waiting for any drugs or anything. I don't know if
I was just thinking like people that have like their dog food or their pharmaceuticals on automatic.
Well, their dog food, I don't know about
That's one thing.
but here, because my dog food is delivered to me,
like your heart medication,
but it comes via UPS or FedEx. It doesn't come U.S. mail.
Well, I'm just referring to the ones that would be coming by mail.
Right? No, I get it.
Hey, G-Man, what's up? AJSS, Burke Family, 90 MFC, Esteban.
Caroline clocking in this morning, doing the work.
That's right. She came in. People said, "Oh, good, somebody not Robin marked."
I'm here to report the drama with my cat.
That's the best way to come in is just let us flounder her out for a bit and then come in and you get to be a fresh change and all of a sudden you're super popular.
I know.
Elevated your status real quick.
If only that would have worked in high school, huh?
Just showed up early, right?
Did you watch Dune Prophecy?
No, but I want to.
It just started last weekend.
Yeah, I will.
It is out.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it and then we can talk. Because it's going really into the Bene Gesserit, which I thought, that's cool. I'm not sure if there's a book out on that or not. Because I know that there's kind of prequels where they did the House Harkonnen and the House Atreides and covered them.
And the House Carino.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what I need to, because I've been getting all those. Like House Carino is the one that's been coming out now, and it feels like I haven't read them yet because I wanted them all to come out first. I didn't feel like reading them monthly. And I'm
But, like,
thinking, like, if there is an adaptation, it would be that one because that's who Mark Strong is in this series. This is an era when House Carino is in control of Arrakis, and
yeah, and that's when the Queen Mother gets tied in with, like, the guy that will become the um
well, now you're just talking
Emperor.
spoilers.
No, I'm not. This is straight from the books.
I don't read.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, if you watch the Dune movies,
Okay, now we're talking.
you would see that the Emperor's wife is the head mother of the Bene Gesserit. And so basically, I bet the House Carino will show the history of how, like, that Queen Mother
Yeah, it's
got
definitely about that.
tied into the
Yeah,
family
it is definitely about the
and locked in
sisterhood
political control.
specifically setting out to take the throne.
The House Carino, yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah, I just need to read up a bit more because there are certain Bene Gesserit members that I find more interesting than others. And aren't there ones that are, like, supposed to be seducers that are specifically made to seduce and, like, be seed bearers or
Yeah,
whatever?
I mean, you see that in the movie. So as far as the show, it's 10,180 something years before Paul Atreides. You see the very first Bene Gesserit mother. You see the formation of the sisterhood in the first episode, and then you kind of time jump to the first what is she called? The leader of the sisterhood would be called
Oh, I
Queen
don't know, the grandmother, but I
Grand.
just call her the
Yeah,
great mother or whatever.
yeah. That you get to the end of her life kind of thing, and her. So like the person who established the sisterhood, you get to the end of her life, and the torch
The
being passed.
Reverend Mother.
Yeah, Reverend Mother. That's it. And the torch being passed to the first person who it's passed to, and that's when this takes place. Is the
The
life of
origination of these, like,
yeah. It's how the sisterhood
traditions.
really forms, and like its traditions that they pick up, and why they have the goal they have, and how important it is to them, kind of thing.
It's just
It,
like all it is
it's
how
really cool.
chicks operate. This is the way ladies do power.
They
Basically, the
want that
show.
power, and they're gonna put that thing on you for it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like, look, this is how women do power. They do it behind closed doors. They do it in the shadows, and they'll poison your ass or they'll blackmail your ass. But this is how ladies do political power.
Yeah,
Period.
you're watching a lot of important people try to survive in a politically dangerous environment
It's
while you
like,
have this sisterhood on their own mission, like doing their own thing in plain sight that no one's aware of. It's really cool. It's like watching 4D chess in a sci-fi
yes,
world.
it's political intrigue, galactic political intrigue is basically what it is. But I like that shit.
Yeah.
So, I'm all up into it.
I read, Esteban. I was just messing with Caroline. I'm reading comments right now. I read.
Just
What is up, shop? Y'all need to watch The Penguin. Burke hasn't finished it. Esteban hasn't finished it.
what the
Rob is a
hell,
lost
Bert?
cause.
What's wrong with you people?
There's a lot of stuff to do.
Who's
And I don't know. I've lately been spending so much extra time. Normally, it's like just busy for me at the end of the month, but like the last 2 months, I haven't had a break from work. It's been nonstop pulling extra hours every single day, and so that eats in, and not having breaks during the day to even like keep up with social media stuff. So it's like I don't even know half of what's going on.
Dude, I haven't been able to keep up since the hurricane. I'm still not back in routine.
Feels discombobulated.
one of my favorite members of the Bene Gesserit is Lady Margrove Fenring, and she's the wife to Count Fenring, who's actually, people don't know, but he is not fertile. And so that's how she goes around and has all these babies, and he's just fine with it. But they're both really, really smart. And
Not fertile. That's how they go around having all these babies.
she is a seed bearer, and so she'll actually go and get pregnant by the different seed bearers. And the Count is just kind of like the cuck that is like, yeah, sure, these are my babies.
It's very, very House of the Dragon.
So the Bene Gesserit, what their job is, they're they're called to bear, the bloodlines of certain generations, so they can create like the perfect, the quasi,
Yeah,
the
Hitzat cataract, or however you say
yeah,
it.
Kwisatz Haderach.
They're
And
trying
so,
to do selective breeding to make a perfect human to speed up evolution
yeah, and so there are
for
there
the
are the seed
survival of the human
bearers.
race.
It worked for dogs.
And
Yeah.
the seed bearers are basically women who have been bred to learn how to seduce. They've been taught how to learn like the art of seduction, and so they'll go around and they'll seduce these powerful men of families, get their seed, and then go back and like have those bloodlines so they can
And you have the
interbreed.
whisperers that are in like all the king, I'd say king, but all the different houses have their leaders, and they all have one of these
But
sisters
they
that are on
can't
their
control the
payroll.
Kwisatz Haderach once he's born. Right?
Yeah, they have all these people from the sisterhood that are all on their payroll. They're like in the court of all these great houses, and they're in their ear as their great confidant, which like all these people trust in them, and they have like the final word kind of thing.
Every house has their own Bene Gesserit.
Which is so ironic because like the kings trust them more than anybody, and they're literally on the most foundational level. The very first thing that they learn
Biggest
is
threat to them.
how to be liars. Yeah, like they're there on their own mission. They're playing matchmaker for these great houses and this and that. It's wild. It's one of those things that's fun to watch because as events are playing out, as the viewer, you get to see both sides of what's happening. You get to see the full breadth of truth, and you're watching these people like, yo, this is the moment where you stepped on the snare. This is
And
it.
the chick that they picked to play, I think, what the Reverend Mother or whatever, she's got acting chops. I saw like the older one they had picked. She's been in a lot of other things. So yeah, I'll check it out and let you know what I think.
It's got a great cast. The special effects are great. Man, they knocked it out of the park with all the visions and stuff that you'd expect.
Yeah,
The triple.
them spice visions.
Yeah,
Once you get on that spice, bro, you ain't coming off.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And that's another reason why they have a great impetus to support the galactic, like the Federation or whatever, is that these bitches
The
need
Imperium.
spice. Yeah, these bitches need spice. And so they are going to support time folding and intergalactic travel and all that stuff. Because for them to have their visions and to participate in these little games, they need to get their little high. But whatever. I like it.
Rob, did you see any of the new Dune movies? The two of them that they did?
The
Timothy Chalamet ones.
I saw the first one
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah,
a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2021 for the first one. I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I saw the first one, and I had intentions to watch the second one. I just haven't done it.
Gotcha. The second one elevates the hell out of the first one because it's one book. So they cut the first book into two movies. So naturally, just like with the format of a book, you have like your introduction, your build up, and that's where the first movie cut off. So the second one is like
It's basically like what's his face pre-siege and then post-siege.
Yeah.
Like, after he started to identify with the Fremen and said, "Oh, okay, is this what we're gonna do? Fuck it, let's take them down.
Time to go to war. Yeah, let's do this.
Let's go fight for Arrakis because this is the control. Like whoever controls Arrakis controls the Empire." They got a quick lesson in learning politics, I guess, or at least power dynamics. And like, it's wild how each family has their own atomics and all this shit. It's crazy.
Look at this. They got Joe Rogan interviewing a dragon. Yeah, the internet's been funny yesterday. I don't know if y'all are getting the funny memes about Joe Rogan and dragons.
Well, what's going on with him? Does he say something dumb?
No, Joy Behar got on The View yesterday, made a comment she was just trying to discredit Joe Rogan in a statement she made about like people get bad information. Like, look at this Joe Rogan guy. He believes dragons were real and went on this rant about how Joe Rogan believes in dragons. And so apparently Joe Rogan, like, and he went and changed, no, not directly. He went and changed his bio on his social media. It says like Joe Rogan, believer in dragons and all kinds of stuff. And it just, it's just having fun because Joy Behar was being dead ass serious, and it's couldn't have
She
been
can be
farther from.
hyperbolic. I mean, she is like a New
I think
York
normal
Jewish
people just
woman.
call them
She's
crazy.
hyperbolic.
I think normal people would just call them crazy liars, but I agree she can be hyperbolic. But it's
Yeah,
funny how now
Buddy's
the
just
internet
Larry David. Like
the
they're
internet
same.
is just leaning into it, and there's just so many memes now. And about anytime you see a meme, if you click on the comments, it'll be like one of those little arrows to the like button. It says Dragon Believer, an arrow to the like button. It's funny.
FW, I think JSS is trying to be is like lobbying to be the newest member of the View.
No, that show's like out there these days. Well, not even
Dude,
these days.
I know
been
it's
out there
just a
for
bunch of
while.
cluck-ins. But what they need though is just to randomly get some dude to go
What's
in
up,
there
Biggie?
and like man spread and be like, this is some bullshit.
ABC announced that they're not renewing Joy or Whoopi's contract when it runs out.
I think they're kind of both of them are just they've gotten a little too like political, just saying whatever the fuck they care about. But
yeah,
it's like
Sunny got in trouble live on air this week.
Sunny. Which one is that?
She's the black lady who's always on there and has been
She's a little
for
more
years.
conservative, right?
No.
Sunny isn't? Oh,
No,
okay.
God no. And she went on a
Don't they have like Cameron, the Full House chick?
no, I
Candace
think
Cameron?
she got canceled a few years ago by the left, but
Oh.
Sunny went on a tirade of truth is how she would probably say it, but they had to do a quick cut to commercial. And when they came back, she had to read a legal note from the lawyers live on air, and she read it like she made sure she went out of her way to read it in a sense that you can
She
tell
didn't like it, but she had to do
that
it.
she doesn't believe what she's saying.
Yeah, she didn't mean it. Like I'm just being made to say this.
She was committing defamation, no matter how you feel about somebody. Like she was, and it wasn't
who?
like
Who was it?
Oh, that creepy bastard Matt Gaetz, who was nominated for AG, who looks like a Mario villain in real life.
Yeah, he looks like a Wario cousin.
Yeah, he's got the eyebrow. Like, yo, is this real?
Wearing the lift boots.
Yeah. So he had those allegations against him that there was a 3-year inquiry into, and nothing was found. But she did an explanation.
No charges have been filed yet.
No charges were filed. She went through
he
her
stepped down
explanation
recently.
She went through her explanation, which was he like stated as if he did these things. So legal had to step in and make sure like it was made aware that these are allegations, that after a 3-year investigation, no charges were found. And those are kind of things that if those acts are there, they're easily charged. So, but that being said, the dude
still driving. I can't do that.
Sounds like there's some guilt to me.
I just believe in due process. And so, she may not like whoever she talked about, or she may, and because I have strong feelings about people too, and I have strong feelings about Matt Gaetz, but it doesn't matter. Like, you could be a piece of shit in America, but your due process should not be like tossed asunder just because you're a piece of shit. And so, yeah, everybody gets their day in court, just like Matt Gaetz gets to get his day in court. And even if we think,
they should get their day in court.
Yeah, they should.
You hear people say all the time, like, you have to like understand the platform that you're on and be responsible with your platform. I think there's just a lack of responsibility on that platform sometimes.
Yes. Sunny Hostin was her name. I just looked it up. That's funny though. I mean, they're kind of airheads, let's be honest.
But it's an opinion-based show. I don't think it's ever been, so that let them do their thing. I don't think they've been helpful to their own cause for years now. They're kind of
the one decent one they had
their own cause
was Nicole Wallace, and she's now an actual news anchor. So I mean, like, any kind of talent they have goes. Not that
I'll tell you what the problem is that everybody that's working these days, they work for a boss that they feel like if they don't agree with everything they say, they're going to get fired. So I would guess the people directing The View are probably worse than the people on it.
Yeah. And The View is Disney. They're owned by Disney. So they've got an agenda. I mean, they just straight up do.
There's also, when it comes to media, when you say
all media has an agenda.
When it comes to media, and whether it's print film, video, television, whatever, when you say or certain opinions, you have to, they can be construed, that's where you enter the world of libel, right? So you have to be able, especially if you're being in a content that's presented as a factual basis or is reasonably assumed to be, then
They should
you
not
have there's different
advertise it as
there's certain criteria that, if nothing else, the company itself got to say, hey, these are the views of these individuals and not us necessarily, right? But so they have to kind of walk that line,
or you have to say this is
or
editorial opinion, not
right,
fact.
or you have to be Fox News and be able to say, no, nobody thinks our news is real. That's
Yeah,
why we can do this.
they get away with it
all
in the court of law.
No intelligent person would think that this is an actual news for.
This is all just opinions. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that same thing is NBC, dude. After the election, the media landscape. This is going to be an interesting thing because it like all of us that live in the real world saw this years ago, but like the standard news and media has been kind of dying out for years. Like most of us probably have like news shows we watch on YouTube or podcasts or stuff like that. A lot of people that used to work at Fox or CNN or
Independent news
MSNBC,
sources that are not
they have their own online programming that's even formatted to look like you look at Piers Morgan, who worked in media for 40 years. He has his own show on YouTube that's formatted.
talk show.
Well, I'm saying
It's a talk show.
it's
But like a
formatted
news
and it looks just like his talk show that used to
Yes.
be on a network. So you don't have to. You can watch shows when you want to, but since the election, NBC has put MSNBC up for sale because they want to distance themselves away from the MSN brand because it's ruining their ABC or their network stuff because everyone associates the two together. CNN announced that they're not renewing contracts for like their biggest anchors and stuff because they don't have the viewership to pull them anymore. ABC announced they're not renewing Joy or Whoopi's contracts, that they want to get conservative voices on the show to have a balanced panel. And so there's a wide shift in.
It's going to be interesting to see who they bring in, man. Like,
I don't know why all of these people weren't just simultaneously putting all of their shows or 24-hour stuff onto social media platforms, because I think that seems like such an easy first step for these places.
I don't know. I stopped consuming mainstream media, really. Except for like Penguin or whatever. I don't do news, right? If I get my
cable
news,
TV in general has been pretty dead.
Mm-hmm.
I get my news from different sources, but it's online, and I try to span on both sides. I like to go left of center and right of center and see what they're both saying. And then
Whenever I see a headline, I'm always like, is that true? And then you spend like the next 3 hours looking into one headline. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I try not to do any politics at all because it's too many people get their butts hurt, and then I just don't enjoy it. So I'm just like, when somebody's bashing Trump, I'm just like, yeah, he's a son of a bitch. And then when they're bashing Kamala, I'm like, yeah, he's a motherfucker. She's a motherfucker too, So I'm just a fake ass person, I just.
But are you?
I don't really have a stake.
Because
I got my beliefs, but I don't disagree whenever people have passionate feelings about shit. I'm not the one to say I'm right.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm not 100% right. So yeah, your opinions are valid.
I think I'm about to say, I think a lot, that's the thing with a lot of topics that fall under the political thing. It's not a situation where one person is right and another person is wrong. It's just, how do you feel about this topic? Because it's a gray area in a lot of that stuff. Like nobody has to feel the same about the topic. You're allowed to feel differently.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in first-hand experience. So until it happens to me, I kind of just don't believe shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyways, I just want to stop in and say, hey, I watched Flash, Legion, and I love the fucking Keaton Batman. Just want to let you know that before
the movie, is that the first time watching it?
It was, yeah, last night.
It's got its good parts to it for sure.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Good to see you. I'll catch you later, Lady F. Good.
Take care, Big. Yeah, oh yeah. I'll be on Biggie's later tonight, going against Darth Lopez. Gonna get my ass.
It's fucking fun.
Both
of y'all think you're gonna lose. Yeah.
What
They're
are y'all
doing they're doing Iron Collector, so they just bring their favorite books and we judge the shit out of them. Darth actually called me this morning. I talked to Lady F last night.
Judge the shit out of him.
That's what I think. I think of Biggie these days. I just want to see him in a black robe and like a magistrate's wig because he's always judging your background. I'm judging your comics. I'm judging you.
You should do that. Lean into it. See if you could get like a little gavel.
Here comes the judge.
I need like a white curly hair. Yeah, that'd be fun.
The magistrate's wig. Yeah.
The judge's rule.
Lean into it, Biggie. See if you can get the get up for it.
All right, I'll see what I can do, man. All right, guys.
Hilarious.
You'd be like, justice is served.
Get that Sammy Davis Jr. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
The like curls on the side of the wig and everything.
Yeah, the magistrates. Yeah, the British magistrates wig.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I mean,
that would be awesome.
Be doing the Lord's work, man. We need more of those.
Y'all both watched the Flash movie, didn't y'all?
I saw it with you.
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there?
No.
Okay, well, I saw it with DJ then.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there. I would have hated to watch that movie in that environment.
In the theater with your friends? Yeah, I hate going to movies with friends.
Yes. When I go to the movie, I like to go to the movie for the movie. I would have been too distracted. I'm sure everyone wasn't sitting there quietly as I don't know, it just sets the tone. I like to go into movies just locked in.
So you don't like being around other people?
Not when I'm in the theater. I don't care if I'm around other people, but I want them to be in their own bubble, locked into the movie as well.
Okay. Got you. When you thought you were wrong, I understand that selection.
I was wrong once. I like the phrase. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man,
you got some bangers lined up for tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm playing shit, man. I gotta go figure it out.
You gotta go get in the file cabinet.
Yeah. Basically.
I like how proud you are of that. Yeah, look at that smile. I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna go get my shit. I know where it's at.
It's nice and organized. You put stickers on it yet?
No.
Painted it or something?
I haven't sticker peopled it up. I guess I could. I could start.
You decorate it somehow.
Yeah. Nice. Sure I could. But yeah. I'm gonna figure out something. You gotta be a little wacky with Big on his channel. So I gotta but a little traditional. So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I don't really think I have to do much preparation. I just pull something and talk bullshit. Yeah, JSS. I'm going to be on Biggie's later tonight. They're doing the club or the show or whatever. And some kind of rule. I just got to pick out 5 books. They're like my favorites from my PC and talk about why I love them. It's like, oh, okay, I can do that, man.
How can you pick only 5?
I mean, that's the thing. Like the 5 I pick now won't necessarily be the 5 I pick in 20 minutes.
I was going to say, do you bring some extra to have off camera and kind of based off as you go what other people bring? Like, ooh, you're making me. I
do that. So that's what I did with the hunt is like I bring a chunk of about 15 or 20. And then based on how people responded, I could kind of cater my response with the little repertoire that I was holding on to.
Little repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's how you do it. At least that's how I did it.
Wow.
Did you see what I picked up recently, Caroline?
No. Show me. Oh, I know that. A 0.5. Look at you, low grade.
Yeah, and look at the condition. It's missing an ad page in it.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's a 4.0, bro. That's a 5.0.
it's
That's
kind
a
of
6.
If you green label it,
5.5. It's a 5.5.
yeah. It's
it's
missing.
it's incomplete. So it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
does
but in
not
my
affect story. Incomplete. I'm like, and I saw it there. Like, it's not
give
like
it a decimal place.
it's not like something like I was actively chasing or anything.
Does
Like,
does it impact the storyline?
no, it's an ad page.
And I
Doesn't
don't
affect
care.
story. And I'm like, well, I'm not reading this copy, and whether I keep it forever or give it away at some point or sell it down the road, it was too good of a deal to leave there. I'm like, I'm not leaving
No, I
that there.
understand.
I'm not
That's a
leaving
big
it.
book, and to let it sit there just because it does, to give it a 0.5, just because it doesn't have an ad page, Rob.
it's
I
incomplete.
understand. I
0.5
get you.
is an incomplete comic. It's
I-
automatic.
I get you, but in my heart of hearts, you need to move that point a decimal place.
Well, then you can have a green label.
Yeah,
I
green
will.
light.
Yeah, because then they'll give it to that. They'll get a qualified grade. But otherwise, it's a 0.5 because it's
Don't you
incomplete.
put labels on me. Don't you put a label on me that I don't.
Nobody could potentially ever grade you. You're ungradable.
Are you saying that shitty shape?
No, I'm just saying there's no scale that can contain you.
Oh,
Good morning,
Birch.
JB. Is that
Good
Ted
morning.
Lasso behind
And let me
you?
rephrase that one more time, just in case we're
Yes.
clear. There's no grading scale that can contain you. How's that?
yes.
Yeah, the story is complete. Doesn't affect story. Just affects the grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine, especially if you're on a budget, man. That's how you get good books on the
I
low
was
low.
if you watch the video, like when I'm walking into the show, I'm like, I don't expect to buy anything, but I'm gonna look around. And then I came out with I completed my Transformers run. I bought the first Galactus. Got some
That's how-
RoboCop back issues.
That's how those things happen sometimes.
Those are the best shows.
Ooh.
What shows?
The ones where you don't go in thinking anything's gonna happen, you walk out with a big smile and a sack full of books.
Oh yeah. The places where you go with zero expectations, or you're kind of like, why am I so fucked up and I do this to myself? But if I don't go, I might miss an opportunity. And then you find something big and you're like, see, this is why I'm an addict.
Yeah.
I've had a few times I've done that. I don't want to buy anything big.
Yeah.
Of course, DJ's done it, obviously, famously.
Yeah.
But there's times also when I've gone in with a pocket full of money and I didn't find anything that tickled me right. So I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. That's how I felt. Like when I saw it, I'm like, yo, I can't leave that here. And the people, it was from Sheldon, the guy who puts on Heroes Con.
Mhm.
And I was talking to him about C3 and how we got our booth for this year and that, and just talking to him for a while about the show and this and that. He was real cool. Him and the guy that was working there, and they were giving me killer deals on the stuff. And I saw him and I looked up the book, and it was already $50 under FMV. And then I threw him an offer, and he just said, "Oh yeah, absolutely, that's fine." So I got it for like dirt cheap, like super dirt cheap.
And you can't say no.
No,
We know you live for a deal.
yeah, exactly. It's like I don't care what book is in this slab. The fact that I just got it for this price, that's all I want. I want the deal.
You guys know who Unruly Simeon is?
Yeah.
He just sent me a meme that says, "Stop blaming yourself and others. Learn feng shui and blame the furniture." It's true.
That's fair. Ooh, do I want to go here?
Did you see the Transformers movie, Mark? Or are you not a Transformers buddy?
Which Transformer movie?
I don't know. Isn't there one out?
Talk about the newest one? Yeah, Transformers 1. I went premiere night to the IMAX with the whole family. I've watched it like 4 times since it's hit Paramount Plus.
Sorry, is it like 8 months old or something? And I'm just like,
it's probably about 4 or 5 months old, yeah. But it's just now getting to streaming services. That's why it's getting a second life.
Wind. Okay, that's why I've heard people talking.
It's really good. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
I'm first and foremost a Michael Bay Transformer fan.
Oh, that's true. I remember that. You were the only one, and people were giving shit about it.
I'm
The one Bay guy.
Yeah, I'm the Bayverse guy. I love him. I just pre-ordered that Michael Bay Optimus Prime from YOLO Park Studios.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be amazing.
Have you ever ordered a Mondo character or like a character from Mondo, the company?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Do you like them, Justin?
Yes.
I was thinking about getting the Daria and Jane set they had out, but 125 for a set.
I did not see those.
I'll go grab one real quick.
All right, I'll post a link to what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me find it.
You said Daria?
Yeah, so it's Mondo Shop. It's a Daria and Jane figure set.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love them. They basically
are their little figurines.
It's how I got through my teen years, was learning how to be a smart ass like them.
What is that? That's a nice figure.
Yeah. See, Mondo makes really nice stuff.
Yeah. So, I'm not collecting a lot of toy lines actively anymore, but anytime Mondo puts out an X-Men figure, I pick it up.
Did you get the Juggy?
Is that a 10-inch scale?
It's 1/6 scale, so it's like 12 inches tall.
Holy crap.
So Juggernaut, it wasn't quite this, like, it didn't fall into this line, so I didn't pick him up. Yeah, and of course, these are magnets.
Oh, that's fun.
Wait, no. They put magnets in Magneto?
It's a simple premise, I know.
That's flipping mental.
Yeah,
I went to look for Gambit. It says out of stock. I like how they're painted. Like,
can he stick to a fridge?
Like, look, I'm about to send one. Look at this one.
When did these things start coming out?
They show the dates on when they'll release and when they start.
Like, how long have these been around? I'm sorry.
Long time, bro. These have been around. These are like what, there's McFarlane and there's Mondo. These are high ends. Like, I can't afford this shit. Like,
how much do these go for, JB?
Can go to how much do they go for?
$100. They're about $150 figures with all these accessories.
I just sent the Skeletor one. Check out it. It's like $235, but it's really cool.
They normally, what they'll do is like a limited edition run of, say, like 1,000, and they put exclusive stuff in there, and then they'll do like a mass run where the production runs a lot higher.
Here's an exclusive right here. I'll put.
So me being me, I always get the limited edition ones for some reason.
For the exclusive stuff, it makes sense.
Because you're a pimp.
They're
why
like
would you actively why would anyone be like, no, I'm going to wait for the one that doesn't have as much cool shit? That's the one I want. The one with less cool shit. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like the exclusive ones are depending on, like, how big the figure is, right? Like, Sabretooth is obviously a bigger figure, so it's going to cost more. I feel like the average price is around, like, $225.
Yeah. Hey, Birch, look at the one that I did of the Colossus, because it's like the Juggy Colossus. Yeah. It's a special one.
That was a con exclusive, I think.
Yeah, it is. But JD got the regular Juggernaut one. He did an unboxing like last week on his show.
Holy crap, these are all over $200, but damn, they look nice. The Batman animated series ones are fantastic.
They're fire, dude. They're the nicest, they're the nicest of the nicest, in my opinion, which is
the paint job on Cyclops is wicked. It looks like I'm looking at a cartoon.
It's just the price point, but it's basically in terms of like, it's like the Apple or the Nike of like action figures. It's just like
so what you're saying is these were made by violating child labor laws.
Exactly. And so they're extra special because the tears of children have gone into these beautiful products that you must own.
Must own. If you don't buy these, their poor fingers bled for nothing.
Yeah, basically. Biggie says, man, I'd rather buy a book. I understand, Big.
That's fair. For that price, yeah, you got to really be into figures.
Yeah, I don't own a Mondo figure. Like I said, I was debating with the Daria and Jane one, and that one's on the lower end.
DJ said Mondo raised their prices to try and compete with Hot Toys.
What's Hot Toys? Is that a different brand?
Come on now.
Yes, I basically stopped buying Hot Toys and
it's the brand.
Those up instead.
I don't know. I've been busy buying comics, man.
That's like it's like the sideshow of toys. You know, like the statue company.
Yeah. Okay,
Like
so they're like just under statue level or something.
yeah,
Quality.
absolutely. Like the details in them, the actual fabric, clothing, and stuff. The material, because it's not all a fabric.
And it's called Sideshow. You said.
No, sideshow is a statue company. It's called Hot Toys.
If
But they're like
you-
super realistic. Justin can explain it better than me. He's bought 50,000 of them and sold them all.
Just.
Yeah, so if you go to sideshow.com,
Yeah.
you'll be able to see the Hot Toys. Sideshow is the U.S. distributor for Hot Toys. Hot Toys are basically what it comes down to is really, really, really nice GI Joes.
Okay. I don't really.
I undersold it, but I mean, make sure you get the face, because like they look like the actor.
How many points of articulation?
All of them, the same as the human body. That's the thing with them.
Can you move their leg? Move his leg.
Yeah, I can move the whole thing. I'm not going to move him. Like the whole thing moves. The entire everywhere where a human has a joint, these have a joint.
Okay.
And there's like no seams and stuff. Like the way that like the suits are done and everything.
Yeah, I can see like it's cloth over.
And it's that weird material like his suit looks like in the movie.
Biggie's asking a specific question. If you could do that for us. I'm just going to step off here while you do that.
JB did on a couple of his. I don't want to open the fly on mine.
You know, when in Rome.
Show the Pope.
That was actually how he advertised him when he was selling his. Got a Mando gym dog. Got an Anakin gym dog.
A Drac. You can do the helicopter.
Helicopter. Yeah.
And then you can do the side to side if you shake him.
Speed bag it.
Yep. Make Superman do the Charleston.
Yeah, I think Mondo has a Black Friday sale going on right now. I think
everyone does. I have a hard time falling for a lot of those sales though. That one you sent me yesterday, JB, I'm like, I looked at it. I'm like, oh, cool. Because the formatting of that packaging matches the Monsterverse one that I got.
Oh, really?
It matches. Like, it's the same design, just the art and the discs are different, you know? The way it opens, the way that it's laid out. You get like the big mural when you completely open it and see like the timeline of the movie across the mural. It's the exact same thing as the Monsterverse one. And then I looked at the price. I'm like, bro, that's still $10 a disc. That's not a deal. That's $10 a disc.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't know if like I said, I assumed you owned those already.
Not in all 4K like that. And I don't have Furiosa at all. So if there's like something like that where you can pick up the new one and upgrade all the previous ones at the same time, I'm all for it. But that set, for me to buy that set on the Black Friday, I'd have to get it for $30. Like I'm not paying double digits a disc on a Black Friday sale. That's crazy. But that's still pretty brand new. But a lot of places, I think, just inflate prices to put discount on them. And then a lot of places like buying technology on Black Friday is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Because if you stop for 1 minute and actually look up the tablet or the TV or whatever, you're buying like a 3-year-old product that's dead stock that you can get any time of year for that stupid low price. But I don't know. Black Friday used to be like legit deals, I think, at one point. Now it's just, I don't know. Rob buys computers during Black Friday sales.
I should. I need to buy a new one. Not because my computer's bad, but because goddamn Microsoft's forcing me.
With the software?
Yeah, with the Windows 11 thing coming.
Elaborate, because I'm on an HP. I use Windows.
So if you're Windows 11 if you're on Windows 10 now, Windows 10 eventually is going to come end of life, or end of support, I should say. And at which point, in a world where there's no of today's cyber issues, having a browser that's no longer getting updates against vulnerabilities, especially one that is the predominant operating system out there right now, it becomes a very dangerous world to live in. So you need to update your OS to Windows 11, but Windows 11 has a hardware component requirement in order for its new security protocol. So if your computer, if you're also Windows 10, you can do a check to see whether your computer is compatible. But a lot of people, like myself included, have computers that are not compatible with Windows 11. They don't meet the hardware requirement, and it's not just a matter of simply replacing one little piece in your computer, because everything cascades. So it really means that a ton of people have to replace their entire computers in order to have a safe operating system, and there's going to be no market for these computers because nobody can use them, essentially. So, and this includes a ton of businesses and everything else. So there's going to be a ton of
Yeah, I feel like that should be illegal.
So Microsoft is essentially dictating that, something like 70% of the population needs to buy a new computer.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people too.
I don't know if it's really that high of a figure, but it's a lot. It's an inordinate number of people.
I mean, one person is too many, unless they're rocking like an old 1998 laptop kind of thing.
Right.
I get that, but like actively pushing and forcing people to, that's crazy.
Yep. So it's going to be it's tough. I unfortunately have my main home PC is not compatible, so I have to replace it. Whereas my work laptop, at least it says it's compatible. So
I have the entire first series too. I couldn't find the notebook for the first series, but just keeping the second series. I have the whole second series. This. I also have series 3. I have the series 3 notebook that goes with it. So yeah. These. But yeah, rarely, but sometimes you can find the accompanying notebook for the earlier sets, but it's tougher. Tougher to find there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Marvel Collector's album. Bloop. Those are the impels that they put out. I got this the other day, Mark. I found it. And she's not even here. That's funny. This is a first appearance of Concrete. So Dark Horse presents #1. It's got a first appearance of somebody else that I don't follow, but I did it for Concrete. I like Concrete. Oh gosh, Izzy's here. Everybody go to bed. Just kidding, Izzy. JK. And Justin, you probably know about this. I've never read it, but I picked it up because a lot of people that I know talk about it. Fist of the North Star. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I didn't even know they made comics of that.
So this is the English version, and they printed it in like 96. So this is like the first 3 issues of part 1. And
Okay.
Viz Comics put it out. So yeah, Viz Select. But yeah, I just found it at my LCS story bar. Yeah. I mean, is GOAT anime? So DJ, I've heard a lot of people talk very highly of this, so that's why I got it, because I want to give it a check. And then I picked this up for the holidays. Santa's Claus.
you know what? Hold on. I didn't realize Mark wasn't here.
Ho ho ho. So there you go. For the holidays, for the kids. But yeah, and then
Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus. I need issues 3 and 6. I'm looking for because I want to complete it.
I thought
Scotty's got me.
Scotty's got you covered.
Yeah. That's what. All right, that's all I got to show you. Winston. Yeah, it's all love. I just pick on Izzy because somebody's got to. Somebody's got to keep him honest. He's a knucklehead. So what year, Rob? And I'm gonna guess. And then you tell me if I'm close.
Okay.
Did you graduate high school in 1987?
No.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
91?
You're really close now.
93?
No.
When? 2? What?
Yes, 92.
Okay. Sorry. I was fairly I was in like a 5-year range.
I'm 50.
I'm 50 years. See, it's the distinguished beard that gives you a more of a kind of a silver
1892.
1892. I feel like if you had a bowler hat that you could pass in 1892, like with little effort.
Yeah.
Biggie was born in 99. He's 25, y'all. He graduated in 99. My nerdy collection. You were 3 when Rob graduated.
No.
Well, whose fault is that?
91, I started dating my wife.
Oh, dang. Did y'all meet in high school?
Yeah. In chemistry class, of course. Ironically.
Y'all started pushing electrons together. That's how it always starts.
First, we were covalently bonding, and then we started ionically bonding.
Yeah, well, yeah, this shit's covalent. Covalent bonds are strong bonds, man. 98. I graduated in 02. We're all around the same. Proto-punk band The Dwellers and triumphantly got a GED in 2008. AR, send me this script for Rob's life that you've created because I really like it. We were sucking on boobies at the same time in 91. That's true, except yours was your mom's. Oh, this just didn't come. No.
Yep. Their month of hiatus.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. So you've caught up on any reading?
Yes.
What have you been checking out lately?
I checked out the first deluxe edition of Berserk. That's probably the biggest out of all of them.
Oh yeah? What did you think of it?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and not a big manga guy. I'm more into like mainstream comics, but even that I liked.
Yeah, so I just showed this Fist of the North Star. I've never really read manga before, so I'm going to give this a shot, but I heard this is like so many great artists and people in the community whose opinion that I usually respect. They really speak highly of this, and so I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
But I looked through it, and some of the art is just epic. So anyways,
it's important to note, Justin, that she said people that she normally respects, hence you were not included.
No, that's true. Not true. I mean,
now maybe if you won an award instead of letting Stan Sakai hoard them all.
Right.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What was that, like a Rango award or a Ringo?
It doesn't matter.
A Django award?
The D is silent.
It's just an excuse for Justin to have a meatball sub.
Yeah. So you got any family? Do you pick up this just in? Do you pick up books on the weekly or new stuff?
No. It's like once a month I go on Amazon and I have like saved for later and I just pick from there, and usually I know what I'm going to get before I even go on there, and that's what I do. I can't
Amazon.
Not even say afford to, but like going to the comic shop every week. That's unfortunately not an option. But my library is good. Like they'll have when Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, all those the first trades come out. I'll get that pretty soon into my library. So
nice.
That's nice. Yeah, got to interloan it, so it'll take a few months, but
yeah. Well, that's cool.
It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
So this is I know this is sort of a blasphemous question, but are you against reading digitally?
I am not. Actually, they had a sale when I was getting the books on Amazon. They had a sale. I got all of Robert Venditti's Hawkman for like $1.99 a piece. Trades.
Heck yeah, man. That's how you do it.
Yep. Every now and then, I get Kindle rewards points that get so much on Amazon, and get some with that $3. $3, but usually there's a sale going on. I can get like a trade for $3. So
heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did digital for a very narrow window when I was first dabbling with getting back into comics. But once I decided I wanted to get back into it, I couldn't justify. I mean, now it's better than it was. Nowadays, you can buy, all accesses and different things like that. But at the time, it was like you're just paying cover price for a digital comic. It's like, why am I paying the same price for a book?
I can't even sniff.
Yeah, I can't touch. I can't do
You
anything.
got to do that. Like new books, when they first come out, they're still.
You got to give them a sniff.
It's there's no production cost. It's just they're not sharing the profits with the retailer. I mean, I understand they're doing it because they're protecting the LCS by, not making it where it's so undercut or something like that. But it just seemed like, well, forget it. Let me go get the floppies then.
Right.
What up, Justin?
Plus, I never liked the way certain pages, trying to read certain pages on my tablet was a pain. It was
I do the guided view, so
trying to stretch to read certain things because some of these letterers get like no space to put entire paragraphs of dialogue, and so they have to write microscopically.
Right.
It's not the letterer's fault, of course. It's the stupid writers.
It's always the letterer's fault.
I got something.
No, I'm not a publisher.
I do guided view, so
so I don't have to blame the letterer.
I do what's called guided view, so a panel will take up the whole space, the whole tablet, and just swipe it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that wasn't available then. I was reading on Comixology back in the day, but
I had thought about getting a subscription. Now that I have a job, I can pay for it. Because my mother suggested Kindle Unlimited, because I'd always mention that, but I think Comixology is like what, $6, and Kindle is $12. Like literally double the price. They have a lot on Kindle.
That sounds
I
horrific.
have an active subscription to Comixology, DC Infinite, and whatever Marvel calls their thing.
Unlimited.
Out of those three, I would say that you could cut Comixology. And just pay like the yearly subscription fee to Marvel or DC, and then just have their entire catalog.
But what about the indies? That's what I got.
Well, those you should.
That's mostly what you read, isn't it?
Those you should go get the floppies, so that way you can have Justin Birch sign them.
Yeah, it'll even if I didn't work on it.
That's right. I hear you and Stan Sakai are interchangeable, so we can just you can just sign anything that he's done.
The DC app just put that up where they have the vertical comics on there now. And I looked at it yesterday, and it was actually pretty cool. I looked at what was it? Jeff Johns and Jim Lee Justice League. Let's see. It was a pretty fun experience for reading on a phone because it's formatted to make it make sense.
Right.
I've been on like this Jung bender where I've been watching all these old like tapes of Jung talk in the like yeah.
Such a weird segue.
Well, and that's what Jung would want.
Oh man, I feel so bad for the production person who had to do all of that.
Yeah. There's some cool stuff.
That's not a comic to me.
Yeah.
I got to be able to manhandle you.
It's sequential art.
But it's not. I can't touch it.
Then Mark's touching it right now.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting experience. So like it's pretty cool in a sense like as you're reading, like you're going up and the fist is coming down. So there's some actual parts of it that were actually pretty interesting, pretty unique. I mean, I buy floppies, I read floppies, but this was still a pretty cool little thing. and then you get to like a page splash, and it just like dominates the screen. It was pretty cool.
If I had a choice between nothing and that, I would obviously choose that.
But this is guided view, so I can swipe and see each panel. Of course, sometimes I have to do this.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like. Is when
Come on, go back to the. There you go.
Yeah, it can do that on the DC app too when you're reading comics.
I'm sure they've all
app is
adopted it, but that's definitely the best thing for me because my vision is awful.
Yeah, what app is that with that one?
This is the Kindle app.
They've come a long way.
I think what DC is doing, and I give them props, is, I mean, what you just showed, Mark, was how it's done on Webtoons. So
yeah, they have that Webtoon stuff moved over to that already as well.
So they're trying to pull casual readers over from there to their line to their stuff. So I mean, I don't see any harm in that.
that's probably realistically who the majority of their target demographic should be for that stuff.
So the way that the DC app works, it's been like this since day one with the DC app. I was even a beta tester on it, but you can flop by page where you just double tap it. And
that's what I do. Yeah, I think it's guided view. Exactly what I do in my app.
Now, I know Google Play Books. It's pretty interesting. I like a couple of years ago. I don't know if they still do it, but they have it where like the word balloons will come up big, like as you type it. Like the panel will be there, but their word balloons will get big, and it'll stay like where it's not covering up the person talking. That was a pretty cool little feature.
You guys know who Rob Bosworth is?
He's right next to me.
No, I meant Boswell. Sorry.
Oh,
Rob
that's him
Boswell.
right here.
Yeah,
he was in the proto-punk band The Dwellers, I think, and got his GED in 2008. Is that the Rob?
maybe that probably is. I'm not sure. It could be Fat Stacks. I just know a lot of stuff is hazy to him in the 80s.
This is all checking out with what I was saying. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, dude.
I very rarely have to water my these kind of like desert plants I have.
Yeah.
But today I do. And you guys get to see the rare occasion. You ready?
Okay. That's too much. You're really too generous.
There, we're all done now. We'll wait a long time.
All right. So it's like another 6 months and you can do another spritzer.
Yeah, well, a little earlier than that.
Oh.
Because as the cold comes on, there'll be more hot air going through my house as I am a southerner.
Mm.
And I'm not good with cold.
No,
so
me neither, bud. Is that the Enterprise I see hiding in there?
No, it's not an Enterprise. This is a medical ship, and this is like a giant hospital that shows up to places after like something horrible's happened. So this is a medical response miniature that's in there on my alien planet.
Perfect.
But definitely a Federation vehicle. Yeah, I'm very excited about Star Trek. I haven't read this week's issue, and I'm just about to. But it's doing something that's very exciting for Star Trek people. Is look who's on the cover. They're finally pulling the trigger on
the glare,
bringing back the man. It's Cisco and Kirk hanging out. We ain't seen this since that wonderful episode where Cisco and the crew of Deep Space Nine get to hang out in a episode of TOS, The Trouble with Tribbles. If you've never seen that, check it out. But this is what's going on today.
Check it out.
Yeah, that was one of those. That was the episode where they famously they didn't recognize the Klingons that were there because they were all expecting the little Klingons to look like Worf.
Yeah, and it was just all the smooth-headed Klingons. Yeah, they started
the humans with goatees. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all been explained away at this point. Excruciating detail.
Has it really? Because it's been between that and the blue Klingons and the. I just get confused.
Yeah, well, this is in more serious Star Trek that you have seen. Worf. I believe it was in Deep Space Nine with some Dr. Bashir episodes, kind of explaining that there was a time when a disease, went wrong and it created a bunch of Klingons whose ridges went away, and they were very ashamed of it.
Oh, okay. I thought it had been tied to like experiments with eugenics or something, but
it was. It totally was. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It was something like they were trying to be clandestine. It's like an early. It's now been, like shown as an early version of kind of Star Trek shenanigans where they make people look like different species a lot. And then you see in like Discovery, one of the main characters there who just looks like a human, was actually a Klingon at one point. So yeah, there's a big long history of them trying to create different versions of themselves for war purposes.
Save a budget.
Yeah.
I was like, the budget drives everything. Like I just finally watched some interview where they're talking about Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and somebody was complaining about the ending, and the guy goes, "Well, it ends the way it does because we ran out of money." So we just kind of let's just have the cops show up.
Oh, the Life of Brian to you.
Life of Brian is the best.
Oh, Brian, Mom.
AR, tell us about this rap song you wrote for Biggie.
Oh, yeah. It was a Biggie, and for those who don't know, my channel had Biggie rapping on it before it was cool. Like I had comic book rapping going on my channel in like 2000 or something.
Biggie dropping exclusive content on yours?
Oh yeah, back in the day, he was the intro for a lot of my fake radio station. Like Biggie was a rapper in the Marvel universe.
Oh shit.
Who would you can go back and listen to it. It's great. And there was another track that we never did get done, featuring him and Madness.
So it's like, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was shortly after this though that like everyone, went mask off on their amazing hip hop skills in the community though on DJ Links, where we got to see all of these guys do amazing performances. Whether it's the various times Drac came on, or one of my favorite is when Pokon Joe removes his glasses dramatically.
Oh my god!
And it's like, that's right, I'm gonna do it now. But yeah, Biggie, fantastic rapper. It was on my channel first.
Spit a little bit. I like his Marvel rhymes. Got some good Marvel rhymes.
I think out of everyone in the community, though, rapping wise, I think one of my favorite is some of the stuff that Drac has done. But Remy he has got such fun delivery. So there's I wish that you guys would bring that back. Except like in the spirit of I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Andy Sonberg roast, where he's just really, really nice to everyone. But
roasted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what roast that was at.
Roastafari.
Yeah.
I think Andy Sonberg is
on?
married to Joanna Newsom.
I can't stop singing his new song about calling the cops. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yep. They're married to Joanna Newsom. He's married to Joanna. That's so crazy. I kind of want to get
on SNL.
Huh?
I miss his days on SNL. That was the James Franco roast.
I like when he Andy Samberg would do like the raps and stuff. Like that Natalie Portman rap killed me, dude. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, man. Both Portman raps are incredible.
She did like one about going to Harvard and then one about Star Wars.
Lee
I think it
JD.
was like, say something again about the sequels.
I'm trying to remember what it was. Like one of my favorite lines was like, when I was in Harvard, I smoked weed every day. I cheated on every test, and I snorted all the yay.
When I was in Harvard, I smoked weed every day.
Shout out to Natalie Portman. What's up, everyone?
Yeah, what up?
We're good.
It's cracking.
Not much, man. You still jamming out to some Tory?
Caught a light sneeze. Caught a light breeze. I love it. I love it. Some Tory, some Alanis Morissette.
Oh dang, Jagged Little Pill, girl.
Yeah, dog, that was my shit. In the 90s, because obviously I grew up. I wish I was more open-minded back then, right? So
I wish you were more open-minded now.
I disagree with you, sir. Oh shit! If I knew I was gonna get attacked, I would have just fucking
Did you just tell him to eat a taco?
Yeah.
Eat a taco. Oh shit, Rob. I heard they got. I heard you can eat a taco for $25 in Colombia. Wow. Nah. So I was like just hip hop. I didn't want to listen to anything else. So I would listen to the like alternative station over here in New York is Z100 to help me fall asleep. And then I just ended up liking freaking like Sheryl Crow and Alanis Morissette and Tori Amos and all that stuff.
Every day is the
You had a little bit of good pace bleed into you. Got it. Nice.
Yo, so then at school, this is before Madeline. So at school, like the girls would like that. Where I would be like, "Are you strong enough to be my man? My man, gotta feel like hell tonight."
Yeah. And then, you know, little James, was it swallow it down, such a jagged little pill. It feels so good, swimming in your stomach. Wait till the best day,
You live, you learn. Rob's
like, fuck this shit.
Yo, Rob's earlobe exploded.
I know, I just blew it out. I'm sorry. Send me a bill for that, Rob.
Yo, I want to try to go through all these live streams and do like a 3-hour supercut of Rob just getting annoyed at certain points.
Oh my gosh, you've got so much material.
That's gonna be hard to do. To narrow it down to just 3 hours.
Like the nonstop of him just doing this over and over again, different times.
That smoke bomb, I'm out.
Yeah.
Getting interrupted constantly and just getting frustrated.
My God. You need to show a time progression of his face going from white to red because it will.
Love me.
No, have the time progression going from frowny to more frowny.
Damn, what the hell's up with this thing? I'm cheating today on a Friday. I'm drinking a cup of coffee that I ordered.
You're not supposed to have coffee on Friday?
No,
you're supposed to buy coffee.
Because coffee's made of meat, so I try not to.
Not halal.
Meat.
No, I'm just joking because it's Friday. Religious joke. Oh no,
I don't
getting
get
canceled.
Is there something religious for Fridays?
You're not supposed to.
If you're Catholic, I guess.
You're not supposed to get coffee on Friday. Is that a God joke? Is that a God thing?
That was he was anti-coffee. I heard.
Jesus.
No, not him. God.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Yahweh.
Well, although the people you talk to, they're one and the same. It's the different it's imagine this. It's the male version of the mother maiden crone. It's the three aspects of God.
Funnest one is the Holy Spirit. He can party.
Father, mother, sister.
He's got a fake ID. He'll get you in the clubs.
Mother, maiden, crone, warrior.
Y'all seen the pictures of The Rock on live action set for Moana in like the muscle suit dressed as Maui?
Moana's going to be a real action film.
Stupid dog. Stupid.
It's
stupid.
Why didn't they get that dude? What's that dude?
Stupid.
What's that hot dude? Aquaman. Why don't they get him?
Jason Momoa.
The Rock was Maui in the computer cartoon film.
The animated version.
Yeah.
Well, then
you want Dwayne back for his voice.
I didn't know.
It's
You're on a first name basis with him, AR.
You want
He
Dwayne
lives
back.
down the road, supposedly.
Dwayne.
He's got a compound
His
out here in
mother calls him
Atlanta.
Dwayne. Okay.
It's too much. What's that? Moana. So like the animated sequel, the second one is coming out. Wow, like next month.
This week.
And then like
Or
this
next
week. Next,
Yeah.
wow, look at that. And then the live action of the first one that was just released like 3 weeks ago or something. I don't know when the first one dropped.
Disney's just inundating. And there's like every
Did
little
y'all-
girl. They're
Did
forcing
y'all see
parents.
the How to Train Your Dragon trailer? That looks
Yeah.
solid, dude.
Yeah, it didn't look bad, but there's no reason to remake a movie from 2010 unless you're gonna like
have ideas.
There's no mistakes in that movie.
Unless you're
so
lazy.
Not like remaking Shrek 3. Like that.
Yeah.
Yo, don't disrespect Shrek 3, dog. That's my favorite Shrek. That's my favorite Shrek. Right
That's
after that is
Nolan's favorite Shrek.
is a Shrek Christmas
Dude,
special.
When we get the 4-pack Blu-ray, we throw the third one out the window.
How dare you? I'm offended, sir.
Is that the one where Justin Timberlake takes the throne?
Yes.
Or is that 4? Okay, it's 3. How do you not like that? That was solid.
What movie doesn't have that ending?
When we get the 4-pack Blu-ray, we throw the third one out the window.
I'm offended, and I'm gonna be right there outside of your window trying to catch it because I enjoy Shrek 3.
Yeah, I have noticed that. Like, it seems like a huge consensus is people are excited for this one. Though they like the look of the trailer. Izzy, of course, is excited for it. We all assume that.
Izzy gets excited for lots of things.
My staff at work is excited for it. They're like, "I grew up on this." I'm like,
I've never seen.
I like How to Train Your Dragon. It's cute.
No, I didn't realize how big of a following it has.
Oh my gosh,
you got them and everything. The kids watching from
what's
time
his
to
name?
time.
Bright Eyes or Little Black Eyes? I don't know. The guy's he's the cutest little dragon ever.
Turn around,
Speechless or toothless.
Every now and toothless.
But the Universal's doing a whole one of their parks after How to Train Your Dragons, theming it out and stuff.
I think there's a gene called Toothless, bro.
You saw that park that it's supposed to be like a whole bunch of different movie properties. Like I think it's called like Epic Park or something.
Yeah, I've been talking about it pretty often. We even talked about it earlier in the stream. The Epic Universe. They're going to have Mario, How to Train Your Dragon. They're expanding the Harold Potter. Mario. They have like a Nintendo park.
Is it in Mario?
Yeah, yeah. And then they have the How to Train Your Dragon. They have the Universal Monsters, and then they have another one. I can't remember what it is. There's 5 of them though.
Yeah, there is a gene called Toothless, TL. It's a mutation in rats where it's basically a loss of function and you don't you're not born with bones in your like teeth bones.
That's pretty cool. Hey, have you ever looked into all the microorganisms, the little worms that get into
nematode?
People and animals' brains that completely take over all their functions?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one that'll make like a cat. It gets into like this bug's brain and it'll make it climb up a tree and go sit at the top of a tree so that it can be eaten by a bird.
I think there's like aphids, and aphids can get in the brains of ants. Come on, let me check.
No, there's when you look into this, you're going to find that they're up to like they're in the hundreds now of actual worms that they've discovered that get into different ones. That get into different organisms' brains and completely take over their motor functions and steer them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is an ungodly amount of confirmed different.
It's like Ratatouille.
It's wild.
They'll do the bigger ants and stuff like that. Like they'll control the bigger ants and like grasshoppers and stuff like that. But back to
that's another one. That
back to the no teeth thing. There was when I was a teenager, there was a woman in my neighborhood that had no teeth, and she was very popular.
I bet. Bet she was. You young boys.
Gum jobs.
The old GJs.
Strawberry was the neighborhood hoe.
Yeah, back in the day, there was legit this crackhead. Her name was Show Improve. I don't even know her real name. Damn, this is crazy. So we used to like hang out. So I was allowed to hang out like break night at like 13, 14. So I used to get home like at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then she would be in the gas station that was like diagonal to my house, and we would call her over and we were young. I'd give her like fucking $3. Yo, let me see them things. Shout out to, and that's why her name was Show Improve. Be like, yeah, look,
Showing
name, though, her real name. Oh man, it's so bad.
Don't act like don't be a liver fluke.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's what I say every day.
yeah.
Liver fluke
Look in
on
the
this
mirror.
economy.
I try not to be a liver fluke. One time, back to talking about crackhead. Yo, I threw a party around the corner from my house. They were about to open up a school. They were about to open up a school around the corner from my house. So I was just like to the construction dudes. I was just like, yo, could I throw a party here? Blah blah. Yo, for $100. Give them $100, and they opened up for me on Saturday, and they was just like, just clean up beforehand and after. There was a giant metal door, dude, just in the middle of the room that I couldn't move. It wasn't attached to anything. It was just leaning up against the wall, but it was like a hazard. Couldn't move that shit for anything. Yeah, I went to the same gas station, and I was just like, yo, could you help me move a door? And they was like, sure. Yo, that dude gave him the $10. He picked that shit up with like a pinky, the crackhead, and just like walked out. Like crackhead strength is second to none, dog. Second to
Yeah, I
none.
was really hoping it was that lady again.
No,
Sure.
his name was oh shit, this is hilarious. That dude, his name was Crip, CRIP, like the gang. His name was Crip because he was dehoused, as they would say in today's terms, and he caught frostbite, and they had to remove all his toes. So from then forth, his name was Crip.
Dude, I got a bit of a walk, bit of a crip walk.
Yeah, shout out to Crip. Motherfucker stole my bike.
Venom has
Pedal
nothing on
it.
track.
You don't need toes to pedal, dog. Yo, we had him clean the backyard. Yo, we trusted him. Shit, had him clean the backyard. My dad opened up one of the empty apartments so he
And
could
he
take a
took
shower
your
and shit.
bike?
Yo, so how when he was cleaning the backyard, he left the door to the basement like unlocked, and he said he locked it in the middle of the night. He came back and took my bike. Damn Crip.
Damn,
What was it
can't-
like?
you just
Like
can't
a
trust a
used,
tracker. A
like
crack.
pedals, or was it like
What
an
kind of world are we
electric
living in,
bike,
Rob?
or was it a?
Nah, this was pedals. There was no such thing as an electric bike back then.
Oh, you're a kid.
Yeah. I was like 12, I think.
Bless your heart.
We had mopeds.
Yeah, wow.
They were gas powered, not electric.
Oh, dang.
Mine was foot powered. I would use my foot. Remember, people are gonna say that in like 30 years. Remember when we used to use our legs to pedal bikes? What a wild time!
Hey,
Just
still
be like,
universally,
yeah.
people understand when you go.
Oh yeah, in the window, right? or the worst hand job ever. Like Jesus Christ! Like, what are you doing? Show
Don't
improvement?
stop! Don't stop!
Oh God.
Facts, Izzy. Facts, Izzy.
Justin, I've seen you watch the Eternals movie lately.
Yes, I did.
Was that the first? That was the first time you've seen it.
Yes, it was.
3
What'd you
years.
think?
3 years after release, after hearing the feedback, and what was your impression of the movie?
Well, you know, everyone that saw it absolutely hated it, and I had like no real expectation going in. But I also that same week was reading Neil Gaiman's Eternals. I was like, you know what, I get the movie a chance, and I actually liked it. Like it is very forgettable because I
liked it.
The guy at the library I talked to about comics. I recommended it to him, and he was talking about Gilgamesh, and I literally had to rack my brain. A movie I saw like 2 weeks ago to remember who Gilgamesh was, but it's still like it's worth the rental. I mean, I'm sure all you guys have Disney Plus, so just watch it on there. It's free.
Yeah, I watched it in the theater, and I regret even that time spent on it.
Really? I enjoyed it, man. I
was
really
terrible.
enjoyed Eternals. No, I really enjoyed Eternals. Take it
Yeah.
back, Mark.
I'm in
It's
the middle.
the best Justice League movie I've seen in years.
It was too. I think it was too.
I enjoyed it.
It
There were
was too
tears.
much. It was too mature for like the standard MCU fare. Like I
I would have
Superman.
liked it better if that was the case. I agree that its themes and tones are too mature for the general MCU audience.
Mhm.
Where it fell apart for me was really just story structure over anything. It felt very disjointed. If they would have taken all those periodical flashbacks and just front-ended them in chronological order and did like a
front end.
front end them in chronological order and let us go through like this through the ages with the Eternals to modern day, that movie would have played so differently and so much better.
Yeah, there was no reason.
Supercut it. Let's
they
see.
did it.
I wish I knew how. I need like a really good editor, like Comic Tropes, to do something like that.
Hit up Comic Tropes.
I'm so sorry, dude. That was too easy.
About what? I was gonna say hit up Comic Tropes. Shout out to
best.
Comic
Get the best, right?
Yeah.
Word.
Why settle for
if you want
some other guy?
Yeah, the
standard
special
transition.
effects in it were fantastic, though. The
It's like having your books
like
lettered by Justin.
Mercari, however you say her name, like the super speed scenes are really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought it was they could have done with less characters. If they would have had like done with less characters and then maybe introduced some of the other Eternals if they were a sequel, I think it would have been better off. But there were just too many characters in my opinion. But I really enjoyed the movie. I don't really like I saw it in the theater, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I've ever seen it again though here, but I remember like really liking it. Except I thought the sex scene was like really forced, like that didn't belong there. And then
Where?
the
In
like
Eternals?
Yeah, the sex scene with Cersei and Icarus.
yeah, they was getting it in. Bang
I
bang.
forgot it.
That's
Yeah.
because it was a good movie.
What?
I was being sarcastic. She said, I forgot. I said, that's because it was a good movie.
I recognize sarcasm. That should be a CBC award category. Sarcasm.
Yeah. Just won it just then.
Nice. I'll just send you the trophy. Yeah,
I'll be robbed again.
There you go. Man, shout out to Eternals.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, it's not like a bad movie. It was just I don't know.
It's not the best. It's not the worst.
It's a solid 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's just average. Yeah, it's so average. It's just forgettable. Yeah,
I'll go up to a 7, to a nice 7.
Yeah, but seeing the actual Celestials was awesome.
That was crazy.
I like that a lot.
I'm doing go ahead, Rob.
I was gonna say I really enjoy the way that the movie set with the audiences and really brought down the value and the resale purchase price of the Eternals books, because I can now get 9496s of these books for less than $50.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As opposed to,
and it's a great Cup Kirby book.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why they make Icarus a villain? Because he's a straight white male. And I know that sounds crazy, but when this movie was made, that's literally why they did that. That was kind of like the direction and tone, and that's what they wanted to do. And they were heavily villainizing straight white males as a concept with that company. And so because he's a straight white
rightfully
male,
so,
he's automatically a bad guy. And that's one thing that didn't work for the movie. Like, it just doesn't work out.
Yo, Rob got mad. Oh, Rob was just like, oh shit.
Rob's a straight white male.
That's right.
Oh man.
I've already been, but you're not telling me anything new, because I heard this in college. I was told
someone had to tell you in college you were a straight white male.
No, that I was the root of all evil.
No,
I literally was told in a general ed course, it was cultural pluralism. When I had my hand up, the teacher refused to the professor refused to call on me, and
you were a smart ass.
And finally said, "You can just put your hand down. You are a white male, and the root of all evil, and your opinion has no weight in this class."
Oh my god!
They told you this. What year was this?
1994.
I would have stood up, grabbed my nuts, and been like, "I'm about to get my dick wet," and walk out.
Oh, I did walk out. I walked out and went to the dean's office.
I would have been so mad.
And filed a complaint.
Well, now, Rob, if you did that same thing, went to the dean's office to file a complaint, he would tell you the same thing and expel you. That's where
he would be like, "Excuse me, can you go to the straight white male office over there?" And then it's like, "Go put in your complaint."
Who do you think the dean was?
The suggestion box is actually a trash can.
Yeah, I was about to say
it's a dumpster. Stuff out there.
Go to that office, and it's just the exit door, like outside the building.
You just end up in the parking lot. What the fuck? Yeah, but Crow was the deviant, if I remember correctly. It was like the MacGuffin to it all. Voiced by the actor who played It Part 1 and 2. That's a Skarsgård, right?
Yeah, it's complete
Bill
waste
Skarsgård.
of Bill Skarsgård. Complete waste.
Kind of like The Crow.
Oh yeah, damn! I
Complete waste.
totally
Yeah,
forgot about
I
that.
forgot
I
that
haven't
came
even
out.
watched that. I was hoping it would hit a streaming service. I plan on checking it out when it streams, but in all sincerity, I'll probably just wait and buy a physical copy of it to put in the Crow
You should
collection.
have called him the Parrot and went colorful with it. Start branching out on
Yeah,
birds and
instead of-
vengeance. You know what I
Instead
mean?
of the Gothic tones, went straight like 80s neon with it.
Yeah, you guys are going the wrong way with this franchise. The Blue Jay, so on and so forth.
Do they big? Maybe some do. I don't know
The
if
mind
all of
control
them do.
character should have been the villain. Yeah, Barry. I don't know how to say his last name, but that's the same
Manilow?
actor. Maybe. Or it begins with a K.
Not-
Barry
it's not
Keoghan or Keoghan or something like that. He's the Joker in the Matt Reeves Batman stuff.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the the behind the scenes clip of him talking about the Joker and how the prosthetics and all that stuff, and how so he was just like that they added the prosthetics and they
It's like
put something within the prosthetics to hold his mouth open, like to pull his mouth
Yeah,
back.
because I see that.
Yeah.
Because he would always be like kind of open mouth, like.
Yeah, so he was just like after a while, like it was cool, but
And
then
he would
after
lick
a while,
it. He would always licking his lips, like.
yeah, because it was just his mouth was just open, so it would get dry. Then he started sweating from the prosthetics, and the sweat was going in his mouth and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a weird take on the Joker.
But no. Oh wait, who are we talking about? You're talking about the Penguin.
Cesar Romero.
Oh, you're fucking weird. Are you really talking about Cesar Romero? Because
we were talking about the Joker.
Barry Keoghan is the Joker.
Okay. I literally just took that as the same thing was with Colin Farrell, though, with the Penguin. Like, his mouth would sit open. But, okay, I got it. Cesar Romero, the first Batman. Got you.
That stuff with that little
Batman
clip
66.
of Colin Farrell in the Penguin suit after production wrapped, thanking the cast and crew. While he's wearing the Penguin suit, he's just using his regular voice, talking as Colin. It made me want to throw up. I'm like, this is not natural.
He's crazy. I hate the fucking voice.
They said that once he would get in costume, he was Oz from then on, and he would just do the voice and everything, which I think is cool.
Yeah. Do you know HBO deleted that clip from their Instagram or whatever?
Oh, that? Why?
No, Colin Farrell. I don't know.
I want to see Penguin with a charming Irish accent doing like pray hands to the rest of the cast. No, did very good. That sounds wonderful.
Just to pause and rewind for just half a second. I just was looking at this box. So this has got three. I'm not going to open this up, but three Eternal slabs.
Open it.
All 9.4s. I spent less than $100 for all three.
Open it.
Wow.
Open it. You can't get three slabs.
Do it.
Three 9.4 slabs for less than $100. One of them only cost me $29.
Since you don't do shots anymore, or you don't do beer bombs.
I'm assuming they're all single issues, and most of those single issues are all keys as well.
A lot of them are. I bought Eternals 1 at Heroes Con 2023, and in a 6.5, which is dirt cheap. And I asked the guy, I was just like, "How much?" He was just like, "Just pay me for the slab, $30."
What are you yucking at?
You probably overpaid.
I know.
It's like here.
Hey, that's number 3. First appearance of Cersei, baby.
This was the most expensive of the three. This one was $44.
I actually have that.
That's steep.
Biggie, what time do I need to be there for your show?
Yeah.
It's a great website.
My comic shop. You can find some nuggets on there, bro.
Rob, I thought you said you had 3 slabs in there.
I do. They're all individually boxed in here.
DJ clip it.
I gotta put them back together.
They're all
Take me off the big screen.
Cool.
Any of y'all know how Rock likes to pick up grapes with his asshole?
I gotta put this back together so that way I can unbox it on Monday.
Yeah.
Act surprised.
9 p.m. Eastern. Biggie Shack is promoting In the Mix. I appreciate you, dog. In the Mix tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Only on the DJ Links channel.
What are you giving away tonight, DJ? Or do they have to show up to find out?
I can never tell. I don't know. Depends on my mood.
Give it away to Baby Yoda tonight.
Just call him Santa Links.
Link Squad. What you know about that?
Lady F, did you happen to make it since Wednesday to go get Jimmy Sparks?
No.
Oh my God, it's so good.
DJ,
are you pulling that?
I went to my LCS yesterday and they didn't have it. They didn't have
it. We're on issue 4, DJ. You need to go back and grab. It's only a mini series. Only going to be 8
I'll
issues.
order it. I'll order it off the internet.
Like I know you're making that face. I know, like, and dude, there's no reason that on the surface it should like speak to too many people. It's an obscure character, this and that. But this series is it's going to be one of those ones that people are like, yo, you got to read this.
God damn, it's about ready to be in the mix.
Oh shit,
yo.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Links back in the building, back in effect, and back with.
Hey, Nick.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Sorry about that chatty one.
Wow.
He can get overexcited quickly.
Sorry about that chatty.
Fuck you.
What is going on, E-Man? How are you today?
Fuck you, Mark.
Oh, now that you're here, E-Man, can you do all of us a favor? That movie, The Eternals, the way it's formatted is throughout the movie, there's flashbacks that go, like, every flashback is a little bit farther in the future than the previous one. Can you go, what's it called, supercut? Can you supercut that film? And
chronological order.
Yeah,
This
take
is what
the
I'm
flashbacks out and put them in the front end of the movie
This is what
in
I'm
chronological order. So
I'm
we can-
hearing. Hey, Eman, I don't get time flashbacks.
that way we can watch the movie in chronological order and compare it. We want to.
Totally forgot what I was going to.
We want to see what it does.
Because we definitely don't praise Christopher Nolan for doing disjointed movies.
Somebody can do them well. Some people can't. Whoever directed the
Quentin
Eternal.
Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino can do it well. Dude, just inserting flashbacks here and there. I mean, they're there. That doesn't mean that they're.
If you keep
elevating the
talking,
story.
I'm going to insert more than a flashback.
Hey,
Hey,
she meant penis.
Whip out the gym dogs. Whip out the gym dogs.
yeah, here come the gym dogs.
Shout out to Jim Dog.
Jim Dog Assault.
Esteban saying hello, Nicholas.
Nick, you gonna
Hello.
try to
Esteban.
get any of that Kith Batman stuff?
Oh shit!
Wow.
No, you know what? I saw the animated series sweater. I thought that was nice, but I'm not picking up any of the Marvel stuff. I'm not picking
I'd
up.
watch a Sergeant Rock movie. I'd be interested.
Daniel Craig is in talks with the studios right now to play Sergeant Rock.
I'd watch.
Yeah, I'm excited
Daniel
for
Craig?
it. Daniel Craig. He's at the right age. He's got the physique.
He's got that grit too, bro.
Yeah, he's got that grit.
He got that true grit.
If they don't put him naked in a chair in
I
that movie,
swear to God, I was about to
No,
say
they will.
featuring Sergeant Rock getting teabagged in a sack in a
They'll
chair.
do it for freedom.
Jesus
They'll get
Christ.
naked for freedom.
You know, at Nick's house, he invited me over to dinner, and all his chairs have a hole cut in the bottom.
Power 55,000, baby.
Surprisingly
Jesus Christ.
comfortable.
Oh, you upgraded.
Upgrade.
You said the Power Fist to 5,000. You upgraded.
Yeah, Izzy, but it's okay now. It's okay now.
Yeah, he's just British. The rest
think,
he meets. The rest
I
of
think
them
the
are.
team's
He can do an American
White
accent.
Knight.
Haven't you seen Knives Out?
He's a good actor.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was a
he's
good
good.
movie. Yeah, Daniel Craig.
He sounds balls of steel. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, Timothy Dalton wasn't British, was he? I think
T-Dog.
he was American.
No, T-Dog's definitely British.
Oh, he is a sir. He is a sir. My
Yeah,
bad.
He's super British.
But Pierce Brosnan was
He is
Irish.
So British.
Isn't that the same thing though? Like,
You say that to an Irish person, bro. and see what
but I'm
happens.
not. I'm just saying it to you.
Say that to
How many-
Brosnan.
How many movies was Pierce Brosnan Bond for, though?
3?
2 or 3.
You get it,
GoldenEye,
Esteban.
Tomorrow Never Dies, and maybe Die Another Day or I don't. Maybe 3. Maybe
T-Dog
4.
was 3
4.
Bond movies.
Remington Steele.
I always thought he was
4,
hot.
wasn't it?
No, Remington Steele
Yeah,
was Pierce
4.
Brosnan. T-Dog,
And he
That was
incredible.
before GoldenEye, but that's
Yeah,
probably
my-
why he got that role.
My mother loved
4.
him.
He was so
Yeah.
beautiful. 4. Name them.
Brosnan was 4. The World Is Not Enough.
Oh, that's
GoldenEye.
one. Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow
GoldenEye.
Never Dies. The World Is Not Enough. GoldenEye. And the one with Halle Berry that has the word "kill" in the title.
Die Another Day.
That's it. Die Another Day.
I think I'll die.
Kill, bitch, kill.
Another day.
Yeah, Die Another Day was cool. That was the one with the guy who had like the diamonds embedded in his face from being too close to the explosion, and they're out having the ice castle, the resort.
You know who did the GoldenEye song?
That's the one where Halle Berry walks out of the ocean in the orange bathing suit.
GoldenEye, I found his weakness.
I'll be your private dancer, dancing for money.
Do what you want me to do.
I have a Nick. You can't tell me this isn't like a real life It's Always Sunny cast. We see a Charlie dancing.
Who's gonna be Cricket?
What you eating, dog?
Looks like a jar of mayonnaise.
I thought I was gonna say semen.
Yeah,
hey, they call him Nicky the Greek.
Good for protein.
It's not oatmeal.
No, I had that the past 2 days. So
I had oatmeal the other day.
Yeah, dude, I know a lot of Black Adam catches a lot of flack because The Rock's
sucked. Black Adam was good, man.
Dude, I love that movie. It was a blast.
Is so hot.
Yeah, Black Adam was really good.
So between Dr. Fate and Hawkman, like that movie carries just between those two characters alone.
Everyone's silence. Rob Fat Stacks was trying to throw in a quip or two.
I was just muttering on my breath about DJ's diet of oatmeal and chicken nuggies.
I don't forget bread.
I love oatmeal, dog. Like Madeline will be like, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" And I'll just be like, "You know what, babe? I'm gonna munch on this oatmeal, dog. Oh, bread and butter. Yeah, I was pissed off yesterday. Yo, I ordered a biscuit from this barbecue place. They sent the biscuit.
And it was a cookie.
And a half of rotisserie chicken. No, they sent the biscuit with no butter. I was like, what the hell? And then I ate it, and I was just like, yo, this is banging without butter.
Why don't you just fucking put butter on it?
Huh?
Don't you put butter on the top? Isn't it cooked in the biscuit already?
No,
Yeah,
but
you open it up and you put butter and you put some honey on it.
Or like they send honey butter.
Or honey butter is banging.
Yeah,
but they didn't send it.
Or some boysenberry jam.
Boysenberry, that's too rich for my blood, sir.
And he's a man of meat.
Yo, that sounds like some shit somebody in a 2-seater car eats.
a 2-seater Shelby Cobra sits
in a roadster. Yo, that's the boysenberry.
But honey,
Rob's like, you're not wrong.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it'd be good. Well, that's the biggest letdown to me of all time. Is like, as much as I love going when I go to breakfast places, I love to go to Cracker Barrel. Is I don't like their biscuits. They're too damn salty.
I butter your biscuits.
You say they're salty?
Yeah.
Their gravy is
excessively
pretty,
salty.
I love biscuits and gravy, and their gravy has like this smoky flavor to it that I don't think belongs in the gravy.
It probably comes from the sausage, bro.
I've never.
Yeah, I assume so, but I don't know. It's a meat thing. I still order it every time I go. I don't give up on it.
That's fair.
Is this Kyle asking for a link? Is that what this is?
No,
Kyle?
that's a cola tab. It's a cola
it is. I thought
He's saying that we are all linked.
No,
those are Kyle's pronouns. Actually,
once you donate 100 of those cola tabs, you get a YouTube icon.
Throw the link to Kyle so he could talk about some made up beef.
I already said it to him.
It's only a partial Venn diagram.
I'll be.
Get in here, Kyle. Get in here.
Yo, Mark, I have put the link to the Kith thing in the chat.
Yeah, you did.
Do you mind opening that up and like going
put it in the private chat so I can click on it?
Oh, my bad, dog.
Nobody wants to see your shit.
No. I'm just saying, it's something to talk about.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Yes. Rob's like, God, I hate y'all sometimes.
No, I would do it too, but I try not to sing.
Why?
On YouTube?
Because the people listening, it hits different.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I don't get? They have that letter.
Click on that. Click on that. No, click on the picture.
They have that letter opener that looks
like
one big
picture. Yeah, that shit is dope. Just click on that big ass picture, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, but they've had that prior to that.
Oh, dude, look how cheeky this is. 3 skateboards that you have to buy to make
Look
one.
how cheeky.
Yeah, they don't want you just to buy one
click on it
skateboard.
to
You
get
got to
the
buy
virus
3
in.
skateboards.
Cheeky monkey. Yeah, if you don't mind spending $300 on a sweater, sure.
Yeah, I just noticed I don't see price tags on here. What's up with that?
Because it goes on sale today at 11, and
That one is banging right there. The animated series one, I like that. Also,
Yeah.
jacket.
It's like a quarter zip up.
I like the one next to it, the Batman and Robin one.
And none of these have nipples. What's up with that?
Oh,
Nurples.
So I'm
Nurple,
going to.
Nurple.
I'm gonna let out a little.
look at the cityscape. That's cool.
That
I mean, I
shit's
would
dope.
never wear it, but that's a cool concept.
I got 4. I think I got 4 of the t-shirts. I was able to get them early on Tuesday.
You would pay
What shirt did you
$300 for a Batman t-shirt, bro. Go to fucking Target.
How much
Yeah.
that was?
What
do you mean
t-shirts
it?
did you get? Some of these things are just like t-shirts you can go on eBay and buy right now, like the Batman Forever ? The Batman and Robin. That's just the main.
They're
Yeah,
not-
that's like Hot Topic shit. No, I'll point them out to you when you scroll down. The ones that I got. I think I got the Dark Knight International tee, so I think I got that one.
This one, the cover with Kith in the sky.
Yeah, so I got that one.
I see no Batman in the alley. Batmobile in the alley.
I think I got that white one right there, the Bats vintage thing.
Oh, that's
You didn't
pretty
get the Alex Ross?
That's Christian Bale from Batman Begins when he jumps behind Kate after right before she shoots him with the taser.
There you go.
I love this image. I have this poster framed up in with Bane walking away from the shattered Batman mask.
Yes, Bruce. That Joker with the 4 bank robbers, dog.
This one?
That shit is fire. So I got that one and then the Batman 89 next to it as well. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce?
I like the Batman Forever one, but it needs the rest of the cast on there.
And then the Harvey Dent one.
What the fuck are these lamps?
Nah,
Chairs, bro.
Chairs.
Final chairs.
So then that Harvey Dent one. So if you look go back to the Harvey Dent. So I got that one, and then on the
Oh,
back,
the coin?
That cat.
yeah, and then it has the quote on the back.
Where'd you go to?
Oh, you either live long enough to whatever, either
You
die
got-
the hero or live long enough to become the villain.
You got them early at the shop?
I don't want to give up the plug, dog. I don't want to give up the plug, but I know. Well, you know who it is. So if you spent, because I know a reseller. So if you're in the Kith program and you've spent within the year more than $5,000, you get early access to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the plug calls me and it's just like, yo,
your Kith plug.
Yeah, you about to get plugged. And then he was just like, yo, here's the link. Tell me what you want. So I was like, yo, these shirts. He was like, cool. When they come in, we'll square up when they come in.
I wish they had prices on here.
Yeah, so they don't add the prices. What happens is, and it's one of those things.
Are these the pop-up top things, DJ?
Yeah, so and that'll go on sale today at 11, and 98% of it will be sold out by 12. So then what happens is it'll go on the secondary market because a lot of people buy it just to flip. So like a t-shirt is like $70, let's say. And then already on eBay, what's wrong with a $70 t-shirt?
How much of it donates to charity?
Where's the other?
Right.
Where's the other two
About
t-shirts?
$47.50 of that. There's a problem.
So where's the other 2 shirts that come with that for $70?
Oh shit. That's funny because for me that's cheap. That's why I've been buying like these t-shirts. Kyle, you said something?
Just for we're clear here, for everyone who's thought that I'm a fancy fuck.
DJ
is the one who thinks that $70 is cheap for a fucking t-shirt.
I said
listen.
how much of it goes to charity?
We all have our things, don't we?
True.
What's up, Brandon Brooks?
Mister, I'm opening 3 slabs of Eternal's keys on the live stream.
They cost me less than $100.
You probably have a 6-figure barbecue sauce budget for the year.
Exactly.
I make my own barbecue sauce, you bitch.
Yeah. His fucking brushes are like lined with gold.
I make my own barbecue sauce.
Diamond encrusted spatula.
Where the ingredients come from. This is shit from Norway.
So aside So aside
That
from the stuff that
Norwegian barbecue.
aside from the stuff that they were selling, they were also doing limited screening engagements of all the Batman movies. And at the limited screening, they were giving out cards already PSA graded, and fights broke out at all of them, like to get those cards. Yeah, and those cards are flipping for like $300 on eBay and stuff.
Are you gonna underplay the fights that broke out later on one of your streams?
People pay $200
Oh, no.
for shoes. $70 comic says. I don't know, Mark. Do your shoes cost $200?
No, I buy a $47 pair of flip flops once every 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
why y'all expensive shaming though? That's crazy.
I'm with you, buddy. That's
See?
cool.
See, they warned us about the straight white males.
They'll shame you. They will.
We're trying to live like basic pitches, I guess.
Hey DJ, what is this little
All right,
bat pod?
I'm off to Romania. You guys have
All right,
fun
Rob.
with your overpriced clothing.
Okay.
That's like a little. I think that's like a little miniature. I think that might be like a paperweight or something.
Oh.
Joking,
let's do
joking
this.
aside, how's the quality
of what?
Of
The
anything
miniature bat
sold
pod?
on this website?
They're real like thick, heavyweight T-shirts. They're real nice.
Yeah. Nick, what's the most expensive pair of shoes you ever bought?
3 and change, close to 400, I think.
That's it. Oh, I thought you were Nick's Kicks and Comics.
Still a
Man,
lot of money for shoes.
What's the upwards of this?
I'm just
That
gonna
seems
call
like a
you
lot of
Nick.
money to me.
Nick's
You
Comics.
you can pay thousands of dollars for shoes.
I thought Nick was gonna say a
Damn.
Nick was gonna say a crazy amount to kind of like throw me some bail, shoot me some
No,
bail.
but this is the thing though. It's like I would spend money, but I'm not wearing $1,000 shoes out. You know what I mean? Like $300, $400 was the most I'd spend to wear a pair of shoes.
That Kith Dark Knight shirt, the one with him standing in front of the building with the bat symbol on fire and Kith in the sky, is already on eBay for $150.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anything I liked on that shop though. Maybe the coin. The coin is cool.
When are you gonna tell us your imaginary beef with Kif now?
Oh, that's a man. I got roasted before I even came on here. I'm good.
You kind of like, let me wake up a little bit.
I put one comment in the chat and like 5 different people had some shit to say about me. So DJ, I'm good, bro.
There you go. Oh, the bat pod is 11 inches.
Hey.
That's
Okay,
die-
that's not a
die-
mini.
yeah, die-cast replica of the iconic bat pod featuring.
That's pretty cool. I've got the McFarlane one with Anne Hathaway, Catwoman, chilling on it.
Yo, when they cast Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, I was just like, "What? This is a travesty." Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, then you see the movie and you're like, God dang. Nailed it.
Yeah, I was just
Nailed
like,
it.
"Holy shit!" Yeah. she did.
AR, what's at the top of that book? I can't see. It's glared out.
It's Star Trek. Captain Kirk and Cisco, the guy who did the thong song, they have a crossover.
Oh hell yeah! I was hoping the top was Star Wars and it said Lore War, and it was like Star
There
Wars
is
versus Star Trek.
There is Star Wars directly behind it.
Look at that dress, so scandalous. You know, another brother couldn't handle this. And she's shaking that thing like, "Who's the ish?" With a look in the eye, so devilish.
Esteban, DJ's the biggest shit talker.
Oh shit, DJ! Did you see Ray's video where he opened your mystery box you sent him?
Yeah.
All right, there's 2 parts to this. There's the part 1 where he opens the mystery box and praises said book.
Yeah.
Like loved it. Then after that, after he posted that, he found out what it was, and he did a live stream where he does the opposite and trashes the book, but praises you for not knowing and just the coincidence of that book being
Okay,
sent
good.
to him on accident.
Yeah, no, because people are saying like I kind of trolled them and stuff like that. So what happened was all those mystery boxes were already pre-packed. What happens is Like I'll do the mystery boxes because I'll get stuff and I just won't for months I won't put stuff away. So instead of putting the stuff away, I legit like if you look at all the boxes are stacked. Like they look like paid mystery boxes. Like Remy's box yesterday when he was opening it, I totally forgot. I was like, holy shit. So that's what happened. Like all the books that I had, I put it in the thing, and I was just like when he opened it, I was just like, oh fuck. And
No,
I actually hit Razor up on the
explained to
side.
him.
Yeah.
I explained to him in the live chat that don't worry, I'm sure that the 1 in a billion chance of that book and the 1 in a million chance that he got chose, that was sheer coincidence.
Yeah.
Sheer coincidence.
But yeah, and the books was already like I said, the boxes. That's why I was like, all right, so he won box 1, and I was writing everything down to make sure he got box 1. I wasn't just taking random mystery boxes.
Yeah.
Nah, but that I didn't see the follow up, but yeah, I actually reached out to him and it was just like, yo, I didn't know whatever. I wasn't trying to like be a jerk or anything like that.
Hell yeah, the not so mysterious mystery box. Put him in his place.
Yeah, nah, because he yeah, but it was funny how he was like, oh my god, this is awesome, this is pretty dope. Blah, blah. The next thing you know, yo, I got new toilet
he loved
paper.
the cover. Big fan of the art he was.
It was a dope cover, and it was one of those things where I was just like freaking literally just grabbing stuff, and because it was a free giveaway, so I wasn't like trying to make all the box like even value. Like the shit is free, so some boxes are going to be crazy, other boxes are going to be $15. Like it's a giveaway. But yeah, no, but yeah, I just didn't want anybody thinking that I was like trying to troll or whatever.
Yeah, DJ would never do that, guys.
Yeah, you're so far beyond that too.
Yeah, he's above trolling.
How do you have a book that pisses somebody off? Like, do I have to like watch his video or some shit?
Yeah, so Razor Comics has some beef with Brian LCS, and it was Brian LCS's book that he got. Yeah.
Oh, who the fuck cares? Never mind. I don't care.
Pretty much.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. No, I was hoping it was juicy and I can make some content off of it, but no.
Nah.
No, I thought it was who cares, dude? It's a person in the community. Get the fuck over it.
Just casually going into the Illuminati chat to see what's going on.
If I got somebody's book that somebody created that like I can like talk to them, I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna fucking give them feedback. That's cool. I have beef with Brian LCS, but he still messages me back when I talk shit about the awards.
Oh, you have beef too?
Here we go. We're getting to the Kyle beef for the day.
Yo, you need a graphic or something like the Kyle beef hour.
Kyle's beef of the day.
Yeah. Kyle's big beef.
Yeah,
you should see the DMs that I send to Brian though. They're pretty like critical. But he takes it. He's like, hey, thanks for the feedback.
Yo.
And then he doesn't listen.
Please share.
No, Brian.
Hold up, wait a minute. Let me just pause you real quick before you even go there. So you say you give him feedback and he doesn't listen. Why should he? So this is what people get it twisted on, like suggestions and feedback. Just because you give us feedback or a suggestion doesn't mean that it has to get implemented.
No, but the whole point is that he reads it, he takes it into consideration, and he says "fuck you" or "okay, yeah." There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not "fuck you." It's just like thank you for your feedback because you're just giving the feedback. So thank you for your feedback doesn't mean that he's gonna do anything with it or doesn't.
Listen, dog.
If you want him to do something with your feedback, you have to put it in a handwritten letter. And I'm being serious. You can't like waste so much time just being lazy. Message him. You put it you write a handwritten letter, put it in an envelope,
handwritten letter.
Put a $20 bill in there and mail the shit to him.
Strongly worded.
No, so it's like to Kyle's point, right? So like in the office, like let's say at work, right? And someone's just like, what's something that happened recently that was so stupid? Someone's just like, oh, can I give you feedback on our office snacks? Go. We need fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you for that feedback. So 2 weeks later, hey, did you get fruit? Did you order fruit for no? But I gave you a suggestion. Like, yeah, and I said thank you for the suggestion. Doesn't mean I'm gonna act on it. Fuck you and your fruit, Amy.
Wax seal it. Oh,
okay, well, first and foremost, you should get some fruit. And
so
second of all,
let's hear one of your feedbacks. What's one of your feedbacks you feel should be implemented or should be taken into stronger consideration?
Let AR talk about his feedback on fruit.
Yeah, they still haven't responded to my. There should be categories for reviews yelled at a cat. Best. You haven't seen that. It's been a really slow response to any of my criticisms, honestly.
Yeah. No, so it's not about the fruit or healthy snacks. So Izzy says whatever. There's only one person because we used to we used to do this, and what happens is that person would take like one thing and everything else would get rotten. So from a budgetary standpoint, it makes no sense. So I even told said person, "Yo, get yourself an apple, and I'll reimburse you the fucking $1. Like I'm not gonna get fruits for everyone. Sorry, I'm triggered. I'm triggered."
You ought to just put one apple in there every day. Just one apple. That's your fruit.
With a razor blade in it.
An apple a day.
The only fruit here is Esteban.
And bring one.
Self roast.
All right, Kyle. Let's hear one of these valid criticisms.
What? Oh, I was
hear
just
what kind of
pissed off
shit you send
this
people.
week. Brian is so awkward. It's like palpable when he's like doing his like intro videos to like stuff. Like I don't know how to put it. So like when
That's not a criticism. That's just bullying.
When he does but it's his brand of comedy. He's like trying to do comedy, right? So like the past couple of years on the award show, he would homage Saturday Night Live monologues, right? And he'd do them, in my opinion, so horribly bad and awkward that I couldn't help but think that it was like on purpose and I should like laugh at this. And I was like crying laughing every time I saw these. And I messaged him about it. And then he didn't do one this year, and I got kind of sad. And all I did throughout the show was, hey, did I miss Brian's monologue? Hey, did I miss Brian's monologue? And that's literally the only comment I put on the entire show. Like 5 times.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it could be done better. Like, he's the only one doing it. And some people take it seriously, some people don't give a fuck. But what is this, year 3 that we just had?
4, I think.
4? It should
Damn,
be,
it's already been 4?
It should be a better product, in my opinion.
Oh no, was this 3?
I'm not sure. Because it
was 3.
Yeah, this was 3.
Because I remember when Brian showed up in the community, he's like, I used to I like Spider-Man. I used to do a award show for a real estate group, and then yeah, I'm gonna do one here now. And that's just how it started, in my opinion.
You a fool, bro.
But yeah.
Oh man.
No, I've my shit's not loading though. It's like a loading bar at the top. I just don't want to say something and talk shit about like Nomos or something without like evidence, you know?
Well, thanks to that show, I can always say I'm an award-winning Mark arguer. That's what I won my award for, is arguing with Mark.
Oh, for the At Week's End?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a silent winner of that award. There's a couple of them out there.
I would love it if like other channels would lean into like award-winning fucking comic YouTube channel. I don't know, like make them actually worth something. So
well, I think like no matter what award thing is done, it would really just take time and build up to get to that point. It has to always start somewhere. Not saying that this is the one that'll be that or won't be that, but they ought, unless YouTube is hosting something in LA or something, giving them out themselves.
Yeah, I think you either need a lot of time to make something good or a lot of money.
Sorry, the chat's no, I'm good, E-Man and Lee.
Hey y'all.
But
do y'all think Trump's gonna pardon P. Diddy?
Oh shit, Jesus.
I don't know. Do they know each other?
Lady F's either dropping combos or bombs. Damn.
I just needed to, get things real.
I think P. Diddy is gonna get bailed today.
I think you and P. Diddy are the only 2 people that believe that.
Well,
oh no,
P. Diddy is a slippery motherfucker.
Yeah. No, so they changed the judge. This is I think the 3rd judge on the case. So then the other day the lawyers, when they set I think it's today for like another bail hearing. So apparently the CEO of like Abercrombie and Fitch was arrested for the same thing, and the same exact thing, and he got bail.
It's not the same though. The reason why?
So, hold up, wait a minute. So let me just finish this thought. So the quote was from the actual judge was, "Why is it that the Abercrombie and Fitch guy got jail and we can't give jail to P. Diddy? We'll meet on Friday." And I think today is the like.
Can I be the? I'm gonna be the prosecuting the AG prosecution. Okay.
Go.
So I'm gonna say, old ass dude didn't have a cache of marked out like wiped serial guns, ARs. Old dude also didn't have 1,000 bottles of spiked drug lube.
Lady F, where was Diddy when they raided his home? Do you remember?
I think he was like in a plane or something. Like
he's exactly. He's a flight risk. That's not how bail is set. Bail's not set like, hey, look at this charge. That's not how it's set. When you look at the charge, all that does is set a price.
It sets the price.
Yeah, when you're looking at if someone is awarded it or not, they look at a multi-tier facet of things, including if they're a flight risk first and foremost.
Yeah, his first thing is leave the country.
Yeah.
So.
So I think why they revoked his bail the first 2 times is because he was already like witness tampering. Like he was already calling and threatening.
He's trying to make threats and he's trying to extort and trying to do payoffs and this, that, and the other. So
they're probably just swinging through as many judges as they can until they get to one they've tampered with.
Exactly. So that's why this is the 3rd judge, and he's already putting up things to kind of shoot him that bail or make him get a bail opportunity.
I don't think it will happen.
Spike Drug Lube is the name of my metal band.
Spike Drug Lube get you messed up.
Yo, I was seeing you guys ever watch Soft White Underbelly?
Yes.
That dude is like
I've been told I have one.
Yes, I do. You know where that term comes from though, right?
The tank?
No, it comes from Winston Churchill referring to the Mediterranean as Europe's soft white underbelly and the weakness in World War II.
Nerd. History nerd.
Vicky!
But as anyone knows, they lure you in with the soft white underbelly, then the cat attacks your wrist. With all the crap.
And that's the start of reviews yelling at cats.
Yeah. So soft white underbelly.
Wait.
This guy goes and interviews individuals that we would consider to be on the fringes of society, whether that be
what I call normal people.
Right. So crack addicts, prostitutes, war veterans who have suffered from PTSD, individuals that are that used to be weapons, arms dealers,
hoes.
Yeah, that used to be like in the mob, all kinds of stuff.
Scallywags.
Yeah,
scallywags, exactly.
Scallions.
Rap scallions.
I hate them. I hate them.
Ragamuffins.
Yeah, that kicked in as soon as I said pimp's hose. I just pictured Ice-T at the haters ball.
Yeah.
His underwear, her underwear holes, her underwear briefs got dick holes in them.
Yeah. Oh, wait, dolphin teeth.
Yeah, it's a really you guys should check out that it's a YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly. And it's got some pretty harrowing stories. I've watched quite a few of them. Which ones do you like? Did you watch that one to the chick that said she was at a Diddy party or whatever?
Yeah, so I watched that one. The chick that was at the Diddy party, where she was just like how there were 2 like champagnes. You had the male champagne and you had the female champagne, and you couldn't mix them, whatever. So I saw that one. But my favorite, I guess, series, because she was on 3 times. It was this
champagne.
For lack
Females
of a better term,
cooties. So
it was this.
No,
because the female ones were
Viagra and roofies.
Yeah, basically, that's what it was. So
no, they have cooties. That's what Diddy said. He told me.
Gotcha. While you were screaming, you were able to hear that?
I've only been drugged once, actually.
Oh, now you got to tell us a story. Was it by NOLA Comics? So it was this hua. So she was a working girl. And so he's interviewing her, whatever, and then he's like, I'm gonna help you get out of the lifestyle. So then there was a follow-up interview where she was like clean, left her pimp and this and that. Then it was a third interview and it opens and it's super awkward. So she was taking advantage of I think his name is Mark, the interviewer. So she was taking advantage of him and asking for money, and he was paying her rent and all this stuff, and she was giving the money to her new pimp. So then he's like calling her out in the interview and it's super awkward and emotional. And then he's just like, oh, is he outside? Bring him in. And then the pimp comes in and he's just talking to both of them like, you guys took advantage of me and blah, blah, blah. And it's the saddest shit.
They just keep calling him Mark, but not using his name.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so I saw this, there's this one where it's like recurring. There've been so many, and it's this dude that's thinks he's a transsexual, I guess. His name's Rebecca, or her name's Rebecca, but she's basically a methed out dude who came from Canada, who dresses as a lady and identifies as a lady. But every time they interview, she's always in different states of disrepair and just so twacked out. And you can watch it over time.
And
but
shops at GameStop.
Like the Mark guy basically says, like, Rebecca, you have taken advantage of me for so long. Like, you won't get help. All I do is get you hotel rooms and cell phones. And by the next day, you've lost your cell phone. You've gotten kicked out. I'll get you clothes. And then you've lost your clothes because you get high and you lose shit. So I just can't, it's crazy.
And he seems like such a nice guy. There was another one with a couple. I don't even want to talk about it. It was a couple, and it was just like the dude was so submissive, and like the wife would like openly cheat on him and make him watch and all that stuff, and it was crazy. And he just had like no self-worth, and he was just like, yeah, I'm fine with it, blah blah blah. But like just the pain in his voice and in his eyes, it was crazy. Like it's a very emotional kind of thing, man. Like the way they talk to these people, is just sad.
They talk about people's most vulnerable moments.
Yeah.
And so, and in that, those are harrowing stories. And so, but that I've seen also the ones with the veterans that talk about coming back from war and having to cope with PTSD, and then just like, how do you go back to regular life after you just saw your friends get blown up in front of you and stuff? Those are honestly, because a lot of times they deal with addiction and substance abuse when they come home. And
well,
so
any kind of American Legion, it's just like a place to like drown your fears or sorrows in alcohol. So
yeah. What up, buddy?
Two Kyles.
What's up, Kyle?
Anyways, like I say check it out. There are a few I can recommend if you guys want to see some like powerful ones, or depending on what you want. But he's got such a diversity of different people, and it's really some interesting stuff.
Yeah, Eman says there are sad ones where he'd interview a prostitute, cleans up and gets help, and then she dies in her sleep because of the years of drug and sexual abuse. Her heart just stopped in her sleep. Like it's crazy. And he saw the one that I was talking about with Mimi.
Basically, like you'll follow some of these people, and like some of them just disappear. They fade out over time because it's not a sustainable lifestyle.
Soft-white underbelly.
Yeah, like you'd enjoy it, Mark.
It's got like hundreds of millions of subscribers.
6 million.
Oh, I thought it was like at
comic
least
books,
tens of millions.
Just to throw that out there.
It's a really good. It's a really good channel, in my opinion.
So,
where do they talk about the Anunnaki?
I didn't even realize, Mark, I had this close by.
Oh shit!
Black power. Yeah.
No, I was going to ask DJ if you have like an album? Have you ever made music, or you just performed as a DJ?
No, he just steals other people's music and plays it on his boombox.
So when you
is
say
a talent to itself.
When you say album, So I have mixes, like actual DJ stuff. So I have a bunch of mixes. I just have to figure out how to get them online. But once upon a time, I was doing my own music. So I have a couple of albums when I was trying to be a rapper.
Kevin, just Soft White Underbelly on YouTube. There's tons and tons of episodes.
Yeah, Mark, you'd really enjoy it, man. But it's some of the stuff is just hard to hear.
Some of it, yeah, I can't. Some of it I can't, man. But hey, Kevin, I'm your friend on IG or whatever. But I just added you. I just sent you a message.
Yeah, I also sent you the link to hop on too, Kev. If you want to hop on and send it on IG, I don't know if it pops up in your regular message or request. I think the first one I'm going to check out is called Stripper versus Ho Chocolate and Cheeks.
I'm gonna recommend some ones
Yeah,
that I
what
like.
that lady says about
4
me.
hours ago, Stripper versus Ho Chocolate and Cheeks.
That sounds like a very kinky video.
Oh, I see one with Tyler.
Yo, there's ones with the oh shit, Whole Chocolate and Cheeks. I remember them. Yeah. Oh shit.
My favorite Lean album.
So there's those. There's one like
What are we getting into here? I'm a little skeptical at this point.
Getting into the soft white underbelly.
Yo, like there's some with the cartel, like some cartel members. There's some with like
I'm gonna tap the brakes a little bit.
like hitmen.
Proceed cautiously.
I think the prostitute ones are the worst, man. And then like the people, like the prostitute
There's a
ones, the
shunned
homeless
Amish
ones.
woman, schizophrenic people, debt collectors. Like,
oh, but I totally understand why that Amish woman was shunned. She turned on a light. Tough crowd. Hey, I got no respect.
Yeah, I was asking about DJ's music career because I was wearing the shirt that's like waiting somewhere, and some guy's like, "Oh, is that a musician you like?" And I had to awkward be like, "I don't know."
Nah.
Oh, shit, you was rocking a DJ Link shirt, dog?
Yeah.
AR,
you want? So it was like, "Oh, is that a musician you like?" And I'm like, "Maybe."
Hey, the funniest thing is when I first met DJ, he had he's got the voice of a local announcer for a hip hop station here in New York.
DJ Links is in the building.
Yep. So I was like, "Yo, who is this guy? And when was he on Hot 97?" So I actually had to do an internet search to see if he was on that station, to see if he was a real DJ on the radio. And I didn't find anything. He later told me that it was no, I just paid that guy to do that.
that's one I thought was
just
really
make
good.
make a SoundCloud, DJ.
It's about
I know all this stuff. That's me just saying, oh, I got to figure out a way. That's just me saying, yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Nah, just make a SoundCloud. Don't tell nobody either.
Nah, I'm just like,
Yeah, like wearing you guys' clothes has got me in a bunch of awkward conversations. Like, "Oh, what's Legion of Comics?" And it's like, "Oh, it's a dog groomer in Augusta I'm a fan of."
okay.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
Where my dog groom is at?
I bought some Rob's Fat Stacks t-shirt, and the silkscreen completely came off of it, and now it's just it's a black t-shirt.
I'm getting a phone call. I'll be back.
Sounds like a win-win.
All right, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta do a little worky work and be serious for a couple of minutes. But
thanks for completely changing the conversation to this very deep and dense topic.
What? I just said I had to go. It's not that.
It's not a complaint. I'm just saying that
it's not even deep and dense.
There's so much to unpack with like half of these videos.
Well, oh yeah. Well, I mean, like, dude, I feel like vulnerability is courage. And, like, I think people, especially in America, look at vulnerability like it's weakness, and I think that is completely wrong. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, I'm out.
Lady F's parting thoughts.
Later, Lady F.
Wipe your booty front to back.
Really? I'm doing back to front for like a long time already.
Are you excited about, or have you heard about the first chapter Lorcana release coming to Target?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this too.
I thought you were going to ask us about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
No, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, the other Lord and Savior.
Yeah, I'm counting on the Disney Corporation to one day stop the heat death of the universe to maintain a copyright.
Stop the heat tap?
Heat death. The heat death.
Oh, I thought you just made a Dragon Ball Z reference.
I should have.
You mean a Dragon
More
Ball
like
Z
a law of
abridged?
thermodynamics reference.
Oh, fair. Yes. Brought to you by Heat Tap.
Yeah, I still do not have an Enchanted. Pretty bummed out. I keep buying these stupid things, and they keep.
Don't worry, you're not alone. I don't
Wait,
either.
how many packs have you opened?
Man, I'm tamping it down. I'm very angry. I'm sorry.
Hey, do they sell them in like hobby boxes too?
They do. There's various sizes of Lorcana you can buy. That's how many I have now. I have much more than when we last talked.
Absolutely. Oh, how'd the sale of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards go?
Oh, that went well. That's, I've turned those into this.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a 2-part story now, and it's been completed on Legion.
I went into a shop and I told him what Pokemon cards I had, and his eyes got all big. He's like, "Oh, I'm interested."
Yeah, but you just told him a bunch of lies, so.
I'm not really like a liar, to be honest.
Well, I mean, if you believe it, it's not a lie, right?
If I practice it in front of the mirror enough times, I can convince myself of anything.
It becomes true. Good job. Yeah.
Oh, then I got my fancy ones here. I got this too.
You got top loaders?
There we go. No, I just put it
gotta...
inside this. Here we go.
Okay, cool.
See, these are the fanciest ones I have.
JB, what are we looking at here?
Nothing super cool.
A couple dollars.
I think the coolest card I have is an Ana. Yes, this one here, I think.
Now, can you give us watching your definition of cool?
Yeah, whatever, like interest, aggressively relaxing.
There we go. Okay. Because I heard you say the sentence, I think the coolest one I have is an Ana. And I'm just like, what?
What are you doing with a stack of cards at the edge of that box?
Hey, is slabbing those a thing too?
Yes.
Oh yeah, everyone's slabbing everything nowadays.
I opened one booster box last week because the new set came out last week, and this was the best card that I pulled.
Discard.
Hey, you got the discard? You guys don't know, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I've already sold it. I have to ship it out.
Oh, that's so cool! Congratulations.
How much did you sell it for?
$60.
Wow.
Nice. What's the newest set called?
I can't pronounce it. Something C.
Azurite C.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to run a game, Justin? Or are you busy?
I have a book that I have to get done.
All right. Well, then I understand. I won't stop art.
I'm sorry.
Do it all, JB.
You guys see Barbie movie? Barbie.
Theo. What's up, Kev?
Rubbing dudes off at the Shoney's.
Yo, one of those cards sold for almost $6,000. Those discards.
Oh, not that one.
Theo is a national treasure, dude.
Black and forth.
Barbie movie.
Barbie.
I walked in Best Buy last week, picked up 3 packs of the new Lorcana that is not supposed to be available retail until Friday.
Sell them
on the counter, and they wouldn't sell them to me. They weren't supposed to be on the floor yet.
Should have stolen them.
Like exactly what I thought as I'm walking out the door, empty-handed. I'm like, shit.
Well, if they're not supposed to be here, I'll take them off your hands.
You should have just opened them. You should have opened them right there. Like, what is key to you? Okay, well, I'll just open them.
Now you have to buy them. Well, I can't.
Right. Good idea.
You start opening stuff that they can't sell to you, so you don't. What would you do? That would be such a weird conversation with the cops.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey man, I just dropped the link if you thought I was joking.
Because they'd say like it's like the whole concept. Like you opened it, that's like you have to pay for what you opened, and it's like okay, sure, yeah, let me pay for them. I would love to.
That's
right.
been the
You
move.
break it,
Like
you
just
bought
walk
it,
around
yeah.
the store, like people walk around like the grocery store eating the chips that they plan on
Mhm.
buying, which is like the
Oh,
trashiest shit I've ever seen.
And check out with an empty bag.
Yeah, I ate these, and here's the empty Coke bottle.
I did know a guy that would walk in and pop a beer on the 6-pack, turn the whole thing up, drink one beer, set it back down, and keep going.
Was that person you?
Like, I don't know you, man.
That person was you, wasn't it, Kevin? I seen your comment earlier. That was when he's like, "Okay, I think
I
we're
have no
covered. Like,
memory of
need to
that.
be addressed."
How long until Disney money just comes right out of your paycheck?
I think when the Earth does become a series of company towns, that I will want to live in Disneyland out of all of them, right? Makes
Yeah,
no
right.
sense.
Not me. Good God.
What was
God,
that book? Cyberpunk novel, Snow Crash.
Yeah,
that was the future America. Everything, all the different areas of America were owned by different companies.
That's
so you follow a delivery boy, right?
Places were like the mafia.
Could you imagine trying to go to work and you have to dodge a fox trying to shoot you with an arrow, a dragon melting you, and hope to God you don't get turned into a frog just to clock in? This Disney World would be terrible.
Disney World sounds lit.
You gotta like that apple that DJ brings to work for that one pretentious employee ends up poisoning her.
Right. And these are
isn't pretentious.
Well, I could see Nick trying to get turned into a frog on purpose just to get that prince to kiss him.
Disneytown, Amazonville. It's just like a bunch of like factories and sweatshops and shit. Where they just
Jesus Christ.
And a big giant mountain full of gold with Bezos sitting on top.
I assume Amazonville would look like that scene in Andor, where they're all stuck in there making things. It's a lot of that.
Yeah. making the weapons that later kill their people.
You said streets would be clean, though.
Oh yeah, Disney, the streets are always nice and clean.
They're terrible for just having to punch in.
I love the dystopian aspect of that, though. Is there any comics about like fucking company towns? That sounds so fun.
Yeah, Survival Street actually. Dark Horse produced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they got it's like Survival Street, I think 1 through 4, and then right now the second arc is going. It's Survival Street, the Radical Left.
That's the one about the puppets, right?
Yeah, it's about the puppets. Yeah.
Yep. I read that twice. That was okay, but I'm still excited to check out the sequel, and hopefully that'll come to the library too.
Yeah.
Yo, does
It was not as good as the first.
Radio Apocalypse was one of my favorite books.
I didn't like the first one that much.
Yeah, I'm with Taylor Winder. Ready Player One, bad book.
Yeah?
Yeah, not a fan. I mean, well, it's funny. It's a bad book in the same way you could watch, like, what's that movie we always laugh about? Was the
Barbie movie?
Barbie? Yeah, it's like a bad book.
Ready Player One is the Family Guy of books.
I love it.
It has like a lot of like overwhelming amount of references in Ready Player One.
Gotcha.
Like
all to my childhood. That's why I love it.
Dude, I watched the Iron Giant fight Mechagodzilla in Ready Player One. That was a dream come true. Like I didn't know I needed to see that.
See, in the book, it was supposed to be in the book, it was Ultraman.
Yeah, I prefer the movie.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with the Iron Giant though. Ultraman's cool as shit.
Not when you're my age.
Well, I'm saying like Iron Giant, like that's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah,
like,
I agree
the
with
movie
that.
just hits different.
Agreed.
But the thing is, in the book, it was 80s. In the movie, it was 90s.
Yeah, the book is extremely 80s.
The setting, so that the age group would fall into who goes to see movies today.
Well, they also had to you had to look at how much media had come out between the book coming out and the movie being made, and you had to get all that stuff in there as well. Because I mean, like you had, dude. I mean, it was amazing. Like we literally watched a race with the DeLorean and Adam West Batmobile in the same race where
Right.
King Kong is interrupting the race. Like, dude, like it was fun.
That
Well,
movie
they-
was just like
they wanted to
constant
make
like
it-
jaw drop moments.
Yeah,
Spielberg wanted to make it exciting. So, I mean, and if you read the book, yeah, I love the way the first gate and the key, because I played the module S1.
Oh, nice.
I've done all that. Dude, Holiday was me growing up. I had those computers. I learned to program on the Model 3 TRS-80 and the VIC 20 and the Commodore 64. I mean, I listened to Rush exclusively.
Exclusively,
I mean,
Rush is variety.
I
It's
was
like
not Holiday, but the guy that created the
it's like when you see a kid wearing an Atari T-shirt and you go, "You didn't earn the right to wear that T-shirt."
Exactly. Yeah, I was there. Man.
You weren't there.
I had the Sears version of the Atari.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Have y'all seen those reels where it says like, son asks dad what it was like going to Blockbuster, and it just has Negan from The Walking Dead just kind of crying like, "Oh man." Like, that's Kev. That's Kev.
Yeah.
that movie screamed like copyright budget to me because they had to pay for all the
licensing
copyrights.
budget.
Yeah, licensing.
Yeah. Outrageous. But dude, shout out to Steven Spielberg for getting it done.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
It was a WB. It was a Warner Brothers movie, wasn't it?
But it has stuff like, I think it had stuff beyond Warner Brothers, didn't
Yeah,
it? They don't own
the-
they don't own their
Oh,
they don't
yeah,
own
they
Toho.
paid for all
They had to
kind of
pay
like.
Toho to put Mechagodzilla in
Yeah.
there. That's owned by Toho, not Warner
The
Brothers.
only
so
reason
many
they could
things,
not
man.
get Ultraman was because he was still in court in contention for license. There was no way to get the license for that. Because Ultraman was supposed to be, that's what they, in the book, they get the little robot figures that each of them can become, and that was one of them.
That's really cool.
Dope.
All right, party people. I'll talk to you later.
And yeah, I'm about to hop off too. I gotta prep for a meeting at 11.
Ramen.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, a TIFF meeting with Ronnie Fike.
Oh wow, I even forgot about that.
You're welcome.
No, I have a stupid whatever.
Hey, Mark, by the way,
buy some
PS5
Batman
on sale for $375 this week.
Ooh,
Way too
that's
much. Not when
bad.
I can get that new updated N64 that plays in HD for $250. That's where my money's going.
Yeah, it was being acquired by Marvel at the time. That was the deal. They were trying to get it, but they didn't have it. Nobody could get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'll check you guys later.
Check you later.
Peace out, dogs. Make sure you go see Barbie movie.
Barbie movie.
It was a good movie.
I already did.
I saw it twice.
Right, before I head out, I'm going to show comics I got so far this month.
What'd you get?
First one up is We Call Them Giants, probably the only book any of you guys are going to recognize.
No. These guys aren't. I'll recognize it. Go for it.
It's really
Yeah, let's-
interesting film. I'll show you
let's see what you
artwork
got.
real quick. Done by Stephanie Hahn, so it's going to be really good.
Ooh, that's nice art.
Yes, it is.
I'll say it's hardcover. Is it new or a collection?
This is hardcover. It's standard size hardcover, though, so it's not oversized.
But it's a new story.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, new story. It's an original graphic novel, so that's all like it's not previously collected material.
Cool.
Gotcha.
And I'm probably gonna botch this pronunciation, but Anzuelo by Emma Rios. Got some trippy artwork in here. The trailer was a good way of showing how trippy the artwork was.
Wow.
Whoa. That kind of looks like oh shoot, what's that guy's name? James Stocco with detail. He does water really well too.
That's good.
I do water pretty well. I can't live without it.
Then Dead Romans, which
Oh,
I think
nice.
is one of the only Image hardcovers to actually have a dust jacket.
Huh.
Interesting. What's the
It
price
always-
tag on that? Because Image is usually low.
This is $30. This is like omnibus size. It's
Yeah,
oversized.
okay.
hardcover.
Gotcha.
That'd be $100 if it was DC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd
It'd be $65.99.
Yep.
All right.
And that artwork.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's all I got so far this month. Waiting on the rest to come in.
Sweet.
Yep.
Where do you typically order yours from? Just all over the place, or do you have a preferred shop?
I go to Amazon, but third party. So these all three of them were from Amazon. They can't. Amazon would have to try to botch shipping me a hardcover, but I also see third party sellers off Amazon, and like 9 out of 10, they're leaps and bounds above Amazon. I have to wait longer, but it's like a week above Amazon. I can wait to get a soft cover in a better condition than Amazon would, and even then, it's used very good. Like used very good. I gotten a book that was signed actually.
Oh, anytime I've ordered any books from Amazon,
right now,
a couple times I ordered books from Amazon, they just take a book, put it in a box 37 times the size of the book, and ship it with nothing else in the box.
Right? That's the last one I got.
like a giant rattler.
What the hell?
They're really good at sending homemade maracas.
Exactly.
Right. I do get some old used graphic novels that I just want to read, and I can't find anywhere else. I'll order from them.
I forget. It's book. Do you guys have Book Off out where you guys are? It's basically like half price books.
No, we have what's called Second and Charles, which is like our version of that.
Okay. I buy so much stuff from there. Oh, nice.
Yep.
I have to drive 80 miles to Atlanta to find a store like that. I got
like this one, like you cannot. This is used very good. You can't tell a single blemish on it. I think because it's signed, they were like, oh, writing on it, you know. But other than that, it's like immaculate.
Paul Dini and who else?
Kenneth Rockefeller, I believe, signed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Cool.
It's a nice surprise to get.
It was.
Absolutely. I found a Stan Lee signature in like one of my books, on the interiors of one of my books. Just like randomly, I was like, "Oh shit!"
All right, I gotta head out, get some breakfast.
Right, see you later. I met Stan Lee, but I never asked him for a signature.
I saw Stan Lee, but I wasn't willing to go through the crap to meet him. Even back then at Dragon Con in the 90s, it was like, where's Stan Lee surrounded by his entourage, but to actually
fair.
Yeah, it's one of the things I got him to sign.
Oh, nice. When I saw him, he went like rogue. He just like ran through the audience, and then he bumped into me. I was like, "Oh shit, Stan!" That's cool.
Yeah, one of the early years had to be the mid 90s at Dragon Con.
Okay.
Stan Lee. I think he was only there
Did he participate in the furry orgy? Or,
I think back then it was more the goth orgy.
Yeah. What happens at Dragon Con?
Furry didn't quite come up that
Dragon Con's still around.
Except syphilis, that should have followed you home.
God, Dragon Con's got a reputation for those late night parties. I can never figure out where you picked up your invite at. You had to have an invite. I love those early days before it became a San Diego Comic Con.
Pop Culture Con.
Right.
Yeah.
Before they combined the movies and TVs and all.
I just don't like how it's laid out, man. Like it's the worst laid out convention. I mean, I'm just talking in recent years here. I went like 2 years ago was the last time I was there, and it's like go into this hotel and get your badge and go into this building and like go to these things, and dude, it was
blocks away is the dealer's room.
So shitty.
In '94, it was in the Hilton. It was all in the Hilton, except for a couple of things at the Peachtree, and that was great.
Are you talking about Comic-Con?
Dragon Con.
Dragon Con? So they both started in hotels?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And then blew up. Dragon Con blew up about, I guess, the mid 90s. That's when they jumped up. I was at the first one. There was 1,500 people, and it was nothing but books and games. No comics, nothing else. Just gaming, really. Gary Gygax was the guest of honor.
You do realize that you could be on like a panel at Dragon Con talking about the early days.
The original.
Yeah, exactly.
I've talked to people on the Dragon Con group before about it.
Come to the back in my day panel.
No, but it's not even about that. Like there's so much like everybody loves origin stories, if that makes sense.
Come to
And
the
you
Chaos
can
Dragon
Con is
at
pretty
3 p.m.
convoluted.
No, I literally went to San Diego Comic-Con and went to a panel where it was like OG people just shooting the shit, talking about memories, and then like you like get the puzzle pieces of how it like culminated and how it blew up. Like it's fascinating to me. I absolutely like love hearing that stuff.
It
I know
really
how
did.
it blew
The
up.
part of Dragon Con was the game room in the first few years. That's where everything cool was. Everybody playing.
Oh, Lee, you need to go to Heroes Con. If you want a comic-oriented convention,
Yeah.
the last true Comic-Con is Heroes Con in North Carolina. Like, that's the one.
And I'll be there this year for sure.
I started with art. Like I was buying art before I was buying comics.
Yeah,
You've been
they
trying to
had
get you
the
back
art
into the art hobby ever since.
because they had the books brought in the cover artists. They had like Michael Whelan and Larry Elmore were regulars at the early Dragon Cons. I actually hung out and talked to them because it was, it was that relaxed of an atmosphere.
Absolutely. I don't know. Conventions are more of like marketing conventions for me at this point.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. It's a good way to meet people and actually see their work and collaborate and shit like that.
Now, I'll tell you, the comics came into Dragon Con quick because they bought out Atlanta Comics Expo, Ace.
Okay.
Ace and Dragon Con were held the same weekend one year, and
then one of them disappears.
If you had Dragon Con badges, you could get in Ace. Todd McFarlane was there, so I went and got his autograph and met him.
Nice.
And then the next year, Dragon Con Ace was the name of the convention. And then 2 years later, it's just back to Dragon Con. So they bought them out and merged.
Took him over and swept him aside.
Yep.
Looking for a damn coffee cup.
TV stars and movie stars started showing up. They started charging for autographs, and I said, "That's it. I'm done with going to Dragon Con." For autographs?
Okay. If I were famous and like not working, I would feel like the pressure to like.
You're halfway there.
Charge for autographs. You know what I mean? But like it's hard because like these are your fans, you know? Like why charge them getting in the door and leaving? Kyle, you didn't have to laugh that hard at that joke. That's the only thing I'm offended at is how hard you laughed at that shit. We're supposed to stick together, Kyle.
Oh.
Well, I will be. I have a landmark day today in my comic collecting journey.
What's happening?
I'm having my very first slab delivered.
That you bought or that you sent in to get graded yourself?
I bought.
So this is your first slab period in your collection.
Yep.
Any reason, anything special about the book that you wanted it slabbed, or?
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed until I ran across it on eBay. It was like, okay, that's like one of my favorite comic characters of all time by one of my current favorite artists who I didn't even know ever drew that character.
All right, fill us in.
It's a limited edition Mexican foil variety. I think limited to 1,000 copies.
Of what?
And I'm trying to get to it and I'll bring it up. And here we go. Oop.
Is that Jenny Frisson?
Yep. Jenny Frisson doing Death. with holding the Corinthian skull, no less.
G-dubs, this is getting.
And I was able to, and I saw it. The guy had it listed for $90, and I looked it up, and noticed everybody else was asking 150, 160, maybe 130. I offered the guy $80, and he took it.
Have you know this is the start? Everyone's collecting changes when they buy their first slab.
Oh,
yep.
It's like ripping the Band-Aid off of a water tower. It's gonna flood the town.
And the thing is, I always said, if I get a slab or get something slabbed, it's going to be something, vintage. It's not going to be a modern.
Well, you lied.
Here I am buying. Like, I couldn't resist that, though. I mean, that's a beautiful cover. And James Tynion, I'm a big fan of his writing.
I like his Department of Truth a lot.
Yeah.
Whole lot. Outside of that, I don't know. Take him or leave him.
This was a good series. I enjoyed it.
What series is that?
The Nightmare Country, Sandman
yeah.
Universe.
Yeah.
The Corinthian. There's another one up here. This guy. Let's see.
Holy crap.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures?
5 signatures.
Yeah,
I guess.
You can see the foil on the skull really good in that photo too.
Yeah, you can.
Who signed it? Can you zoom in on the label? I feel like Chris now. God damn it.
Mark Buckingham, Dave McKean, Neil Gaiman, Jenny Prison, and James Tynion.
Well, they got all the important ones.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit out of my budget there, but that's sweet.
I see Problematic Gaming on there and Tiny Onion.
Yeah. It's problematic for sure. I just hope the Sandman TV show keeps going, because they were doing such a
I think
great
season 2 is on the way, isn't it?
Yeah, season 2's done and on the way. But no word on the season 3, and it's probably unlikely. Season 3 of Good Omens has gone from 8 episodes to a 90-minute movie to tie up the loose ends from the last season.
Have you guys seen not the trailer? Have you guys seen the Batman Beyond?
The fan film?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I saw the trailer for it. It looked pretty wild. My pops watched it, said it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's with it's the one with the Beast Boy.
You say the Beast
Boy? It's got good.
Yeah, the budget on it, visually it looked pretty good from the trailer.
Yeah.
Seen the
But
trailer.
I was never really a Batman Beyond guy. I didn't get into the cartoon or anything, and
yeah.
I don't know. I'll end up checking it out though. What up, John?
Speaking of Beast Boys, I did like that Titans show, TV show. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought the first 2 seasons were all right. It went to me.
Okay, I never watched anything past the second season. So.
I didn't even finish. I'm a DC fanboy, dude. And I didn't even finish the last season. I'm like, man, fuck this show.
That seems to happen to so many good shows, man. First
You
couple
know what?
seasons are great, and then it's just like.
You know what shows that didn't happen to? Stargirl, phenomenal from start to finish.
Really?
And Superman and Lois, that's on its final season right now. Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, great show. I do like that.
Are you up to date with it?
No.
Dude, just wait.
I ain't up to date with anything. I swear I don't think I've watched TV in 6 months.
I don't think that's a bad thing. That probably is to your benefit.
Yeah. I got to catch up. I'm trying to read. Got to get caught up on my books. hard to talking to everybody in panels about books when you ain't read them yet.
Yeah, makes sense. It's been hard just to keep up with the weekly pools for me lately. Life's just been it's just been different since the destruction of everything around.
Well, yeah, my mom passed away and mine ain't been the same since then. That's kind of big hiccup in keeping up with stuff.
Yeah, it really puts that whole phrase like things get back to normal to a test. It's really just like things don't get back to normal. It's just things are before this event and things are after this event.
Exactly. It's a new normal, and that's all you look for. It's never going to be the same after something like that.
Yeah, the Penguin was phenomenal.
I need to watch that. I keep hearing how great it was.
You got a list a mile long of need tos and going tos, and I hope you get a chance to, because Penguin was great. Superman and Lois is phenomenal.
It hurts. What's called? Okay.
Did you catch the little Easter egg? The actor who was doing the interview, Kyle. That's one of Jack Kirby's characters from the New Gods.
Yeah.
Huh.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh shit, we're doing Legends. Let's do this. You remember the DC Legends series from the 80s, Kev?
Yeah.
Like how Glorious Godfrey was like in charge of like sowing like public distrust against the superheroes and everything.
Oh yeah.
You get Glorious Godfrey doing his interview with Lex Luthor, showing distrust against Lois and Superman, and if you know the comics, you're like,
yeah, I know that.
Godfrey. But if you're just watching the show, he's just a sleazeball interviewer, you know.
Right.
But and he's not called Glorious God. He's just Godfrey. But he even says at one point, he goes, "Oh, that would be glorious," and you're like,
I love it when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fan service, but you know,
it's just knowing the lore. You know, you're not overselling it and you're not ignoring it. You're just properly using the lore.
Using it exactly.
Was it a Godfrey on? Oh.
Yeah, he was the same actor from the Flash show.
Yeah, but talk about it's with it's a cartoon. It's with Superboy, Robin, Flash.
Oh, Young Justice?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? He was also on there too.
Yeah.
Huh.
With the animated stuff, they use a lot of characters in that Young Justice show. Those second two seasons they did were fantastic. Like Invasion and Phantoms, they actually named the seasons when they brought it back for Max.
Well, I hadn't watched any of those.
They're ridiculously good, ridiculously well done.
I did watch Justice League Dark. I thought that was really good.
Which one, the first one or the second one?
First one. I need to watch that second one.
The second one is my favorite DC animated film they did. It's the finale to that whole connected world. It was Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. It was amazing.
I have that one yet.
You got to get some time and do that.
Oh, you haven't yet, Kyle? All right. Do you separate DC animated TV shows and DC animated movies into two different categories? Okay.
Yeah, the DCAU, the DC animated universe, was a connected, ongoing universe that was rocking before the MCU did their thing, and they had a cool format to it. They would release a film that's like in the connected timeline, and then 3 months later they would release a film that's just an adaptation of a standalone comic, like All-Star Superman. Or something like that, and then they would do the next installment of the connected stuff. And really, you can take it from Justice League War and just go forward with it. When that's like when the Justice League meets up, and then from there, like all the movies are like chronological, all the way up into Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, where it gets events are so catastrophic it requires a flashpoint to try to reset and save everything. And then from moving forward from there, you get into a time era called the Tomorrowverse that starts with Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and it moves forward all the way to Crisis on Infinite Earths, which they just finished capping off that time era. So we're existing now in a time era where we don't know what's next. They haven't made the next announcement, they haven't released the next movie, but we don't really know what's going to happen because we're in the DCU era under James Gunn, where they want to kind of align all their properties to have like more cohesion, between like video games, movies, and cartoons.
Would you say that you're all in?
I am all in. I've been all in since I was a kid, my guy.
My favorite movie would be Superman Red Sun, I'd say.
Yeah, so good.
Is the best that I've seen, and then for TV series would be Harley Quinn. If anybody out there is looking for recommendations.
Bane is the best part of Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Bane, he's so like yeah. Or Clayface is really good too.
I like how they present him in that. I'm a thespian.
Yeah. Yeah, those are my two recommendations to people.
Superman Red is a great one-off. It doesn't do the book justice in a sense. Like Mark Miller did a phenomenal job writing that story, and what the movie has its restrictions for time and format, and it doesn't get into like there's a couple of heart rip moments in the book. It's just 4 issues, whole story, but like the whole Bizarro stuff in the book it'll make you cry. And then when you get to the end of the actual story in the book, like the way it plays out, like the book really highlights the obsession that happens with Lex Luthor with this alien, because Lex Luthor is kind of presented as like an American savior against this Russian danger. And by the end of the book, you get this almost like this genealogy similar to what you get in the Bible, when you get those 2 points in the Bible where you get the name of the person who begot this person who begot this person, and it gives you the genealogy to move the time forward. It kind of ends Red Sun that way. And it's one of those cool things, like you never think about it till it's said, but it's so obvious once it's said. But it talks about where Lex Luthor's lineage goes through time. Like, and that's how the book kind of ends. It's like Lex Luthor begets Lana, begets Lena, da-da-da. And then they change the last name, kind of shortens to just Lou to Lou. Then it just shortens so the last name is eventually L, and then the name of his great descendant is Kal-El, and you're like, holy fuck.
Cool.
Like the travel from Krypton back to Earth wasn't just a straight linear path. He went back because time's relative and stuff, and eventually he lands on this planet with a distant relative from the past named Lex Luthor, and Luthor is just the original name for the House of El. I mean, that's fucking tight.
Right.
AR, I know you were trying to say something, but I like to wait till you mute so that I can ask you questions.
Oh yeah, well, I was going to say I recommend Teen Titans Go to the movies.
So funny.
Okay.
I think it is like a lot of different things have tried to make fun of like the current state of superhero movies, like a lot of people really try to make fun of that stuff, but Teen Titans Go to the movies it does it the best.
Okay.
And there's so many great things in there, like when Robin thinks he's going to have his movie announced, and they announce the Batmobile movie. He's like, "The car got one before me." And then shortly after that, Bat Wheels actually came out on HBO, which was kind of wonderful.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I quite a lot to go and like no.
I don't get into the TV show, but Teen Titans Go to the movie
the TV show.
was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. The Challengers of the Unknown scene absolutely wrecked me. Again, it's one of those things. If you're knowledgeable on comics, like the appreciation, the joke landed so well with them being found and then being left behind.
Kyle, I actually used Teen Titans Go as like reference material to try to figure out who Red X is in the comics, like because they poke at it in Teen Titans Go, and I don't know.
That's where it started. That's where he originally started. Was in that show.
I thought it was a good show.
Mm-hmm. And by the
But-
time that we get him in the comic, it was the third Red X, the way that they wrote it in.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't like the way the comic portrayed it.
No,
but
it didn't deliver like on something that had a lot of people excited. You know, like
we were
there's
all stoked.
so much potential. Who is Red X? And
Yep.
Huh.
But yeah, I got let down by the comics, but the TV series did not let down.
The Teen
I'd have to
Titans
hop off here,
Go
guys.
comics.
Go get showered and get dressed and get ready because I gotta get something to eat before I go pick up Monkey.
And what about the comics, AR?
Oh yeah, the Teen Titans Go comics are very good. And before I leave, because I'm leaving before Mark, and before I leave, I'm going to say real quick about the Star Trek, which is amazing. While I have you all here, is that in it you see Cisco is meeting Kirk, but this isn't just any Kirk, man. That's Chris Pine Kirk, if you really look at it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then when you get into the comic, it sure enough is just they've been blown into the Kelvin universe. And this is just all the people from that. And it ties into the idea that Spock let these people know that this would eventually happen. Old Spock from the original timeline. Yeah, so this is just scholars, the amazing Kelvin cast just now. And I had no idea. I was surprised by that. That's awesome. Everyone go out and buy 2 copies.
I'm a Team Kelvin universe kind of guy when it comes to Star Trek.
That's why I wanted to bring it up before I got the hell out of here.
I'm also a Team Michael Bay Transformers fan.
I'm a Next Generation Trek guy.
And I don't hold that against me.
I do, so I'm interested in that. And I do like the Kelvin universe, too. That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I think
the worst Trek is better than the best everything else.
I think it's just an entry point thing for me. Like I'm aware of Transformers, liked it fine, never really got into it until the Michael Bay stuff. And then same with Star Trek, aware of it, liked it just fine, never really sought it out or anything. But when the newer movies came out, I really dug them a lot. The intro to the first one is that's one of the best movie intros that exists in cinema.
It was awesome.
And then when Pike goes to recruit Kirk and he's like, your dad was a captain of a starship for 8 minutes and saved more than 300 lives. I dare you to do better. I'm like, Jesus, that's a movie line right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was never a big fan of the original Treks. I think, like you said, it was I really liked Next Generation and entered there, and that's why that's still my favorite.
See, when I was like in the coming up days, I was more of like a Stargate guy. I really liked the Stargate show like a lot.
That was good too.
Watched a lot of SG-1 and Atlantis. And like the little movies that they did, or like Contagion with a big battle over Antarctica. I'm like, dude, this is
awesome.
This is fire, dude.
The little movies. I wish they had done that with Star Trek and with other shows. That just have those movies that come in and take that side. Now they kind of did with Next Generation, but they were part of the series. 2-episode Klingon episodes, but having a separate.
As of last night, with the newest show, Lower Decks, had an episode come out last night, which was incredible, which dealt with the Zeus, aliens. I don't know if you guys know about that from the original series. At one point, Zeus just shows up,
right,
and they tackle that. So thanks to that, you guys who aren't in the Star Trek, you now only have 936 episodes to watch to catch up.